Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue Crew. I'm Maura, and welcome to another video walkthrough of the Nancy Drew game series. Today I'm playing The Captive Curse, the 24th game of this series, and it's another one of my favorites. This one takes place in Germany.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
Okay, before I jump into that, look at this. The windows look frosted. Is it wintertime in River Heights now? That's interesting. And it looks like Nancy has a new tablecloth or mat or something here on her desk. Okay, let me read the case file.
For centuries, a fearsome monster has been stalking Castle Finster. Legend has it that once it is on the prowl, it won't return to the woods until it finds a new victim. A wealthy German investor, Marcus Bohm, has called me to Castle Finster to help him scare out the truth in this bizarre and terrifying case.
So that's what Nancy is doing for this case, investigating the mystery of a legendary monster in Germany within and around Castle Finster. And now Castle Finster is not a castle like where monarchs live. It's just a castle like place of residence. So now I'll click on the plane ticket, and of course I'm going with Junior Detective. All right, this begins with a short little prologue in Germany at an undated time, which is why it says a long time ago. Hey, what the heck is that? Is this supposed to be the monster? Holy smokes. She just disappeared in like a puff of smoke. Okay, now we're set in the present day Germany. Oh, and look here, Nancy has some coins. I guess they're euros since we're in a European country. Now I have to be let in, so I have to ring the doorbell to do that.
Hello? Hello? Open up, please.
No, thank you. We already have one.
What?
What?
This is Nancy Drew. Please let me in.
This is Lucas. Please let me out.
What?
What?
What? That's what you sound like when you say that. What?
Can I talk to someone else about
Okay, that's Lucas talking back to Nancy, and if he sounds like a kid, yes, he is a kid. All right, less than 5 minutes in, we've already got our first puzzle. Okay, so you have to match the monsters. So it's this one and this one. When you think you've got it, check the box here.
I got it.
And Nancy will say if it's correct or not.
Okay, I solved it.
Nice job. Now for part 2 of your test.
Lucas!
Lucas, good job. Gotta go.
And this is Carl.
Nancy, sorry about Lucas.
He is the Burgermeister, or mayor of Castle Finster. All right, so I'll go inside and talk to him. Now the gates are opening. But there are a couple things I want to look at here in the castle courtyard. During the game, there are places inside and outside of the castle where you can pick up more coins. Ooh, I got 10 more. I think the locations are always the same when you play at different times, but I think the number of coins you get from the places varies, sort of like the paw pennies in Trail of the Twister.
These are
Okay, I wanted to pick up these
Might
shears.
come in handy.
Maybe I can sharpen them later. There are a couple more places of coins here. Ooh, 40. All right, this looks like for something I'll need to know later. And, all right, yeah, there are shops and places of residence, homes for people who in the castle courtyard here, but you can knock on them, but no one's gonna come out. I think they're too terrified of this so-called monster. Yep, here's some more coins. Whoa, I'm at 62 now. And I think there's some more here. Wow. I'm not sure if you have to find all the coins in their locations, but if you do, or find most of them, maybe you get an award for doing so. Oh, who could that be?
Hi, Ned. Sorry, the reception is a little bad here.
Yeah, listen to how
So when are you getting in?
listen how bad he sounds on the other end.
Plans for the two of us. Took a lot of work
Oh no,
to put
he's
together, but
planned a romantic getaway for them,
Well, there's
but
been a hang-up.
Nancy's on the other
Sorry.
side of the world right now.
Does this mean I have to cancel our plans again?
Yes, but I promise I'll hurry home as soon as possible.
I've heard that one before.
I'm sorry I can't be more available, but I'm in the middle of something pretty important here.
So what? I'll just hang out at home.
Okay, so this is the avatar on his phone for his contact on her phone.
Well, Ned stays at home.
Nancy
Again.
Drew plus
I'm
Ned
sorry
Nickerson.
you're not having a better time. If you're not having fun, then go out and have fun.
You know what? Forget that I even said anything. I can see that I'm not that important to you. So forget it.
Fine.
Fine.
That was not great.
Nope. First time in this series that they actually have a fight, even if it's over the phone. Okay, Carl's office is this way, but before I do that, I want to go to the room he's set up for Nancy, and while I do that, here, look at this, a phone charm. Yeah, so it's a phone charm, you hang it on your phone. I do know if you purchase some of the later games in the series from Her Interactive, the download versions, some of them are called bonus editions, and they have fun extra stuff that you can't get on a physical copy. And like in this game, phone charms are one of those. So this is one of the bonus edition
This
games.
must be the room that Carl set up for me.
There are 7 in all. I'll see if I can find them, because you get an award for finding them all. I'll be able to call him back on, Ned back on this phone line, because it's better reception than cell phone. Terrible connection. Okay, so I gotta pick this up. This will come in handy, yes. There's some places in German text that I'll need to translate within the game. And here's something, a little pamphlet for the Die Ungerherrlich Nacht Festival. I hope I said that right as much as I could. So here's something for me to look at with the dictionary.
I have to translate that.
Freiherr's daughter. Freiherr. All right, and opposite Carl's office, there are 2 alcoves, one of which has this puzzle box.
It looks like I need to match the glass pattern, but I don't have all of the pieces.
No, I don't. I am missing the blue and green ones. So they're found in different areas of the castle. Here's something, a book about the history of Castle Finster. So the Freiherr was Freiherr Amsel, and that was his only surviving daughter, Else. Else, I'm not sure how you say that in German. If anyone knows, please tell me in the comments below. All right, here's Carl's office, and as I said, he's the Burgermeister, and so that's why it says that outside his office. And look, he looks like he's playing with something, but now he sees Nancy, so he quickly tosses them aside. Now he's acting nonchalant. Obviously, he's embarrassed to have been caught playing with those things.
You must be Nancy, yes?
That's right. I'm here to help you take care of the monster sightings.
There is certainly no monster, Fraulein, and there have been no monster sightings. Everything is fine. There is no need for alarm. We have a huge monster problem here, literally and also figuratively. The monster is huge, and it is also a huge problem. I need your help.
Why are you doing that?
Doing what?
Talking so loudly. Who is listening in?
I am the Burgermeister, Nancy. If I appear to be scared, how will everyone feel? The last thing I need is the castle newspaper picking up on how bad things are.
The castle has its own newspaper?
Of course. Doesn't yours?
She doesn't
I
live in a
don't
castle.
live in a castle.
That's interesting.
Protect
They have their own
yourself against
newspaper.
uprisings.
It's never really been an issue. Can you tell me a little bit about this monster?
What? You want details? It's a monster. It is monstrous. Get rid of it, please. And thank you.
Oh, that was
I
very
like
helpful
your
information.
Yes, get it out of your system now, Fräulein.
What do you mean?
No one likes lederhosen. Look at these. All of these straps and hooks and what have you. It's like I can't be trusted to keep my shirt on. Do you know how long it takes me to put these on in the morning? 9 minutes. And it's not like they look good. I look like a sad old Pinocchio.
Then
sad old
why do you wear
Pinocchio.
them?
It's part of Marcus's barbarianization of the castle. He wants to give tourists a more authentic experience when they come here.
It sounds like you're not a fan of that idea.
I grew up here. I know authentic. If he wanted authentic, he should have come to me instead of stuffing the castle full of idiotic tourists. No offense to you and your fanny pack wearing, loud talking country people.
It sounds like you don't like tourists.
We have no business having tourists here. It isn't right.
All right, I'm going to save this question for last because that leads into something long.
Who's
So ask him
Lucas?
everything else at the moment.
Lucas is the castle's other monster.
What do you mean?
He's the head of security's son, so he's always wandering around, meddling, talking, endlessly talking, chattering away about some inane thing. It never ends with that one. How could someone who knows so little talk so much? The talking is more annoying than all of the pranks.
Ah, so he's a prankster.
Can you
Yes, I
catch me
should
up
have
on what's been
had that
happening
impression
with
with
these
how he
monster
refused to let Nancy in and
Castle is
gave her a
leaking
puzzle
out.
to do.
I've never seen people be this nervous. You've got to get to the bottom of this quickly.
What has happened with the monster so far?
I don't know. I've heard all sorts of things. Magda saw him out in the woods last week. She was out gathering herbs after a rainstorm. She drops her basket, and when she looked back up, she saw him standing there. She was sure she was going to get it, but the monster just walked away.
Where is Magda? Can I talk to her?
You can try, but good luck with that. She's bolted her door, and she hasn't come out since that night. Come to think of it, you should leave her alone.
Yeah, so no one's going to answer if I ask on their door, so I'll just humor him and say, okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Nancy.
Earlier, you hid some things when I came in. Were they dolls?
Fräulein!
Fräulein, these are not dolls.
Okay, what are those items?
These are injection.
I remember in Danger by Design, Dieter von Schwesterkrank was German photographer. He's called Nancy Fräulein a few times. No, I don't get it still.
Nope. Still don't get it.
Therefore, a fully immersive strategic map-inclusive campaign tabletop set I've built.
Okay, I know those words, but that is the extent of what I took away from that sentence.
You Americans would call it a game.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we would call it that.
But that is because in the rest of the world, games are not taken seriously. Here, we take games very seriously. Very seriously. That is why German board games are the best in the world.
They are?
Yes, they are. Just so you know, many of the most popular games throughout the world actually were created in Germany. And now I'm working on creating a new game. When it is done, it's going to turn the strategy world on its ear, which, now that I think about it, as an expression, does not make a great deal of sense.
Why is that?
Because why would it be on its ear? This is preposterous.
No, the other thing. Why is this game so important?
You'll have to see. Tell me you'll play. It's not perfect yet, but it's pretty great so far. At least that is what I think. But you should be sure to tell me what you think. Don't be shy. I can always use constructive criticism.
Okay, so this is something you have to do, so I'll go ahead and say yes.
Sure, I'd love to.
Great! It's called Raid. The game is very simple. It's just about using the best strategy and, of course, finding the coolest looking character. Ready?
I'll play blue if you.
All right, so this is Nancy. Nancy's color. Carl is playing the other two, and I'm gonna pick easy. Maybe someday I'll pick medium or hard, because I'd like to see the challenges they bring. Okay, whatever color you land on after you spin the arrow, you want to pick a card from your deck versus one of the cards from Carl's decks that has the strongest color attribute. So, like, he landed on, if he first landed on blue, then he had to pick a card from his deck that had the highest number over the other one. Let me show you then when it's my turn. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that won't happen because if you land on purple, you have to pick a card from your opponent's deck. I could pick from either one of Carl's decks, so just take that one. And only when I get it will I see what I picked. Okay, so he landed on red now, and he has to hope that, that he got a lower number. So he's got to go back 7 spaces, or less, because he was at the start. Okay, now he landed on black after he spun the arrow, and you have to go back. When you land on a black square, you have to go back to the previous black square, except here at the start. If you land on a black square, you have to go all the way back to the start, like this one here at least. If you land on a white square, after spinning the arrow, you move ahead to the next white one. Okay, so I land on orange. So what I want to do is first pick up a card from one of his decks, then from my own that has the higher number, the strongest color attribute they call it. Now this one has 13 in the orange, so maybe that will get me ahead. Oh, well, that's a tie, so I don't move at all. And it's the numbers here in the center in that white circle. The ones to the left determine whether you move ahead. To the right, they determine how many spaces you move back. When the card on the left lights up, the current player wins that round, and they get to move the number of spaces in that card forward in the number on the left side in the white circle. But if the card on the right side lights up, the player loses that round, and they have to move how many spaces back that card says in that white circle on the right side. Okay, so he's on green. So, well, it doesn't look like I have a chance of sending him back, so I'll just see. Okay, now he lost this round, so he has to move 5 spaces back because his chosen card had 3 on green. Mine was higher at 6. All right, now I have to move back. Okay, he wins the round because he had 9 over 3, so he gets to move ahead 5 spaces. All right, let me see if I can send him back with this, because 15 is the highest number on any of the colored circles. Okay, so he lost, he has to move back 4 spaces. Let's see if I can get ahead this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I just pick another purple card. Now he has to move back. All right, he loses, he's got to move back. We're not getting very far, are we? All right, so I land on blue. I think this one could... All right, so that means I win and I get to move 2 spaces ahead. I was actually trying to pick the fairy, but this one was high. That was still high, and that helped me out of the predicament. I have to go all the way back again.
All right.
All right. I get to move ahead 5 spaces because my 9 is higher than his 2.
All right, I win.
Yeah, you win the round. Although that doesn't mean you move ahead. Yeah, sometimes Nancy will throw in comments. Finally, I'm moving ahead. Yeah. Red, blue, orange, and green are the colors on the cards. Purple isn't there, so that's why you have to choose from your opponent's deck. Alright, this might be my safest bet. Alright, yeah, I win, so I get to move ahead 8 spaces. When you have the numbers over 10, you have better chances of moving ahead if you pick a card that is at least 10 in the color on which you land. 15 is the highest. Usually 12 to 15 bound to work best, but you're never gonna know until the cards face up each other, and you'll see which card you picked from one of Carl's decks. All right, he's on red. Let's see if picking this will send him back. All right, it did. Now he moves back 6 spaces. All right, now I move ahead 2 spaces. Oh, and when I do, I'll land on the black square, but I don't move back to the previous black square because that only happens, you move forward after landing on a white square or back when you land on a black square, when you have your turn and spin the arrow. All right. Uh-oh, it looks like I don't have a lot of options for green. That's my best bet, but I may lose. Okay, I didn't. Now I can move ahead 8 spaces. So you always have to choose your cards carefully based on the color you land on, and in order to get ahead. And when the card that has the winning round will make a sound associated with that card, like you heard a donkey brain with that donkey card that won. Okay, green, so he's on green. Oh boy. I'll just... this because I want to get rid of it. All right, I land on a black square, but at least it's not, the previous one is not far behind. Or, well, yeah, too far behind. All right, he landed on a white square, so now he moves ahead to the next one. All right, I land on a white square, but there aren't any more, so I don't get to move ahead. Oh, I took from my deck. All right, that'll get me out of my predicament, I know. Because it's the highest. So then I move ahead 5 spaces. All right, this is also going to be a tie because the numbers are the same on the color that he had landed on. All right, so I land on red. I don't move ahead 4 spaces, but I haven't won yet. It's always the matter of winning is choosing the card with the strongest red attribute in order to make it to the castle and win. So I'm just going to pick his card, and from my deck, hopefully this could help me win because it's a high number, 13. If it's not, I have to go back. All right, I win. It's always a matter of landing on the last red place than whether you can actually move forward and win to the castle. It went on for longer than I wanted, but I still like
I
it.
loved it.
I knew it. I said to myself, Carl, this is the one. This is a game that's going to put you on the map. Here, take this for your trouble.
Yeah, if you, when you play with him, whether you win or lose for that first round, he'll give you money.
Thanks.
All right, that was 13 euros. So whether you win or lose, he'll give you money. But I think if you lose and the game drags on a little longer than anticipated, you'll get fewer. Or maybe if you have so many euros in your collection, that could do it too. But I think the max he can give you is 15. But if you play the game raid with him more times, you'll earn more money and you'll win an award for playing.
See you later.
See you later, Nancy.
But that's a money maker. Let me look around a little more in his office. Oh, here are some raid cards up on a display. Oh, uh-oh.
Look at that mess. I want you to put everything exactly the way it was.
Yes.
Sorry. I will.
All right, so I'm going to look at the raid guide and see what the cards are.
That's weird. This character has something special drawn.
Yes, there's a key here. Okay, so I had to look at the guide because I needed to know the categories of the characters on these cards. They're organized by monster, hero, and magic. And from what I remember catching a glimpse of them before they fell, the monster on the left pan here was Sailor Redbraid. In the middle, it was Venarius Wolf. And on the right side, it was the Robber. As for the hero on the left side, it was the Donkey King. In the middle, it was Professor Sparrow, and in the center, it was Bonaparte. Now for the magic, Fairy Trigger was on the left, Enchanted Mirror was in the middle, and the Golden Hunter is on the right.
Got it.
All right, so I got it right.
Wait, what's that?
Yes, what is it? No, it's in German, so I'll have to translate it.
I wonder what these orders he's talking about are.
And one other place I want to look. Hey, what's that?
This looks just like the picture in the raid guide.
Yes, it does.
There's something special about this picture.
Well, that picture of Professor Sparrow in the raid guide had a picture of a key there, so when I turned it around, ta-da! There's a key.
What a strange place to keep a key.
It's a key, and it goes to Carl's desk, but unfortunately I can't get in there right now, so I'll just have to wait. So anytime you want to play the game again, just go talk to him, or you can click on the raid board right here on the table. So now I want to leave and find the other characters to talk to.
What did you do to Ned?
Hi, Frank.
I'm serious. You better hope his brain is under warranty, because you have broken it.
Oh no, is he really upset?
I've never seen him this upset before. Joe's working overtime to cheer him up. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you might want to give him a call. Ugh, this connection is awful. Give me a call when you've got a better line. Let me know what you're up to. Joe and I will keep an eye on Ned.
Bye.
Bye,
Okay.
Nancy.
All right, I'll talk to him, but after I've talked to the other characters. One of them is right here. This old lady is named Renata. She's a traveling storyteller.
Nancy Drew, is it? I understand you and I have much in common.
How did she
I'm
know
not
Nancy's
so
full
sure.
name?
I don't believe we've met officially.
Meet officially? What? With papers and a stamp? What is this? Meet officially? Silliness. I am Renate, officially. And you are Nancy, officially. Is that official enough for you? Should I invite a third party to witness the exchange, maybe?
No, that's all right. What did you mean when you said we have a lot in common?
Perhaps I'm wrong about that. You're here for the monster, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
This is not a wise thing to do, especially not for you.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you what I know. You're here for the monster. Now I tell you something you don't know. This monster, he's here for you.
What makes you so sure of that?
I'm a storyteller, Nancy. I deal in fate and tragedy. And when a young girl suddenly finds herself called to a monster's lair, it is always the first breath of a tragedy. I should know. Leave while you still can, Nancy.
I'm not going to do that.
I didn't think that you would. You're part of this story now.
How well do you know Carl?
Him? I know him as well as anyone can, I guess.
What do you
As well as
mean?
anyone cares to,
He locks
perhaps?
himself up in the castle. He never leaves. He's hiding from the world. Why do you think he's doing that?
I don't know.
Me either. What are the chances that the reason is a happy one?
Probably not great.
Right.
Where are your favorite places to visit?
The places with the best food. The people in the north are dull as mud through dirty spectacles, but they make a knockwurst and apple fritter that will take up residence in your soul. Oh, and in the Black Forest, they make cakes. These chocolate cakes with cherries and cream.
I've heard of
what
Black
I would
Forest
give for
cake,
one right now. There is nothing like having a full belly and taking a nap near a fire.
Oh, yes.
That does sound nice.
It is. Sweet food is my one true weakness in this world. It
it's one of
isn't
my
made for
weaknesses, too.
orgies. It makes me fall fast asleep. But
I
those
love
are small
food,
prices in
and
life.
I
all this talk has
Love
made
junk
me
food the
hungry.
most.
Have you heard much about this monster?
Let me tell you a story a friend told me. She stayed here with her family a long time ago when she was a young girl. Back then, the woods outside the castle walls were a very dangerous place, especially for a little girl. That's why her father told her she was never go into the woods alone. This little girl, she had a small red scarf that came all the way from India. It had a parade of gold-stitched elephants, all walking in a line. She was very proud of it, and how far it had traveled just to belong to her. One day, when she was playing in the field, a gust of wind carried the scarf deep into the woods. The girl's older sister saw her walk into the forest. She tried to stop her, but it was too late. She couldn't catch up. 2 girls went out into the woods. 1 came back.
What happened?
There were monsters in the woods that night.
What kind of
Kind of
monsters?
monsters.
Does it matter what kind? That girl never came home, never saw her family, her friends ever again. Who cares what name, what kind of monster it was? That means nothing.
The story about the girls. Who is this friend who told it to you?
You wouldn't know her.
I'm just curious. Is she your age? Is she from here?
Why would it matter to you? Leave it alone.
Why are you here?
I'm a traveler, much like you. I see the world, I tell stories.
But why are you here now?
I do not know yet. If our time together is a comedy, then I was brought here by coincidence. If our time is a tragedy, then it must be fate.
What did you mean when you said I was part of the story now?
You'll figure it out.
I think you're just trying to scare me.
And if I am, is that such a bad thing? You have good reason to be afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of what?
If you don't know by now, look around, think. It is a dangerous time to not know who you are and who other people think you might be.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye.
All right. Okay, I can go here because there's one of the tiles I need for that puzzle box. Oh, so this is the castle's paper, Castle Crier. And this is important to look at, this German vocabulary list. Yes, it'll be for a puzzle later. I think, yep, here are some coins. Now there are 2 more people left to meet. Yep, here are some more coins. And right here is another phone charm. Huh, wonder what this is.
It's locked.
It's locked. Nancy's famous quote. All right. This is another Castle employee, Anja Mittelmeier.
Guten Abend, Frau.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie... Oh, do I speak German? No, sorry.
No, I am the one to apologize. Carl, the Bürgermeister, is supposed to tell me a little bit about each guest, like the language you speak and where you're from. This way I can have everything prepared for your stay. But again, he has not done this correctly. I'm Anya, the Castellan. I'm in charge of guest services. I'm here to help you with anything you need during your stay.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Drew. You sure picked an interesting week to visit. You must have a strong heart.
What do you mean?
What, you don't know? Then it's nothing.
It must be something, or you wouldn't have said anything.
The castle's worked up in a panic right now, so I have to warn you that your visit here may not be the world-class experience we aim to provide. But I will do my best to make sure that your visit is a happy and safe time for you.
Why is everyone a little spooked right now?
Oh, well, I suppose you'll find out about it anyway.
The monster,
Might as
of
well
course.
be the one to fill you in. Mind you, don't get upset. Are you the easily frightened type?
Well, I am a little, personally, or at least jumpy, but I think Nancy's meant to be more bold and brave. Not that I'm not, but I'll say no for her.
No.
Good. You'd tell me if you were. There's nothing wrong with being scared.
I'm not. Promise.
Okay, good. But you do not need to worry about this, I see. How do you say this? There's a monster situation potentially taking shape.
A monster situation?
Well, that's the buzz around the castle. You need background. This castle has a history. Legend around here says that a monster lives in these woods. Once in a great while, he returns seeking a victim. People think that time is now.
What makes everyone think the monster is coming here now?
As long as I've been here, people always pointed out signs of his return. Cows would go missing, flocks of sheep would disappear, claw marks would appear on the trees. Everyone would say, "Oh, the monster will be here soon." But when he doesn't come, everyone calms down and forgets about the legend until strange things start happening again.
Are strange things happening now?
Yeah, but different this time.
How so?
The signs are the same, but everyone is reacting differently. It's spooky. I heard once that before a tsunami, all of the animals will run to a higher ground. They just know. That is what it is like this time. We all just know.
What do you think of Renata?
I love her stories. Sometimes when she comes, the two of us stay up until the sun comes up, just chattering away about this and that. You ask me, her reputation is completely undeserved.
What reputation?
It's difficult to explain exactly. A lot of people say that wherever she goes, bad fortune follows.
Do you think that?
Not really, but she does always have peculiar timing. Come to think of it, whenever the castle gets to talking about the monster, she's not far behind.
Really? Do you think she has something to do with the monster sightings?
I'd be surprised. But then again, no, never mind. It's nothing.
What?
Okay, I shouldn't be telling you this. One time when she was here, and again everyone was all worked up about the monster, and she told the stories that scared everyone who listened half to death. So later that night, when everyone was locked in their houses with the windows shut tight, I caught her snooping around the castle.
What was she doing?
That's just the thing. I couldn't figure it out. She didn't come back for a long time after that. Actually, that was the last we heard of the monster for a while too.
What can you tell me about the monster?
I don't know, Nancy. A lot of the older people here say they've seen it, but none of them will say what it looks like.
Why not?
Not sure. Maybe they didn't see it. Maybe they did, and they don't want to remember. But everyone will tell you about the strange things that have been going on.
Like what?
Look, I could get into a lot of trouble for telling you things like this. Can you promise me that you won't tell anyone that I am telling you this stuff?
Sure.
I promise.
Okay. For the last little while, there have been these weird howls from the woods. The sound, it's no animal I've ever heard of, and it is definitely not human. It sounds, I don't know, frustrated? At night, you can hear the thing. It's circling the castle, getting closer each time. It's terrible.
I never heard anybody to use the term frustrated to describe the sound of a potential beast out there.
What's a castellan?
I'm in charge of the overall guest experience here. Carl, who you may have met earlier, is the Burgermeister, sort of like the mayor. Or, I mean, that's what he would really be if he actually did any work. I'm sorry, that wasn't really appropriate.
Yeah, well, the way she's talking negatively about him, I don't think she likes him.
Job.
I get asked that all the time. It's really fun here and pretty competitive. I got my job by working my way up and managing smaller households and attractions in the area. Then one day there was an opening. I turned in my resume and crossed my fingers.
You've got some great stuff in here. Is any of it for sale?
Of course. This shop is very popular with tourists. Most everything is for sale. You'll find the prices listed.
Do you believe there's a monster on his way here?
What do you want me to say, Nancy? I can't answer anything like that at work.
Please, I won't tell anyone what you say.
I do. It's stupid, I know. But there is something terrible out there. I can just feel it. We all can. It's taken everything I've got to stay here through this.
What do you think of Carl?
I think that Carl has been placed on this planet to test my patience.
So you two don't get along, I take it.
The fact that that man got elected makes me wish we were back in the days when you had to pull a sword out of a stone or a lake or something to assume power. He'd never be able to figure it out. Too many steps. What with the pulling and then the not dropping it. And then the remembering to tell people about what happened.
Do people around here trust Carl?
Apparently enough do. He still got the job.
What do the people who live here think about the monster?
People have stopped talking about it. Those who can have skipped town. Those of us who really live here, let's just say you're not going to be finding many open doors on a night like tonight. People are scared.
This monster, does anyone know why it's supposed to be here?
Legend says he comes from the forest whenever the girl in the necklace rocks the castle halls, and he will stop at nothing to steal her away into the woods.
Well, then what happens?
No one knows, but these girls, they are never seen again. None of them.
I'd like to buy some souvenirs, but I'm low on money. Any idea how I could make more?
People are always dropping coins around the castle. Oh, and Carl has been offering to pay for people's help on that silly game of his.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Now there's one more person for me to meet. This is Lucas.
Hello. Hi. So, are you the one who tried to keep me out of the castle?
Probably. I've been known to do things like that. I'm Lucas.
I'm Nancy Drew.
Hello, Nancy Drew. Do you want to play Monster?
Okay, what's that?
The best game ever. I just got it. It's really pretty awesome. Let's play a round. We'll play 2 rounds, and the win goes to the farmer with the most live cows remaining at the end. This time, I'll be the farmer, and you will be the monster. As a farmer, I'll place all of my cows on the board. Then you get to choose 3 cows to become secret monsters. When you're ready, start the round.
All right, then once you've chosen this cows you want to be 3 secret monsters, you click
Choose a cow to
the
kill in
box.
any pasture connected to one of your monsters.
Yeah, so they light up when you have to choose a cow to kill.
Once a cow is dead, you need to move any scared cows or monsters in adjoining pastures to a new location.
That's why they light up too, so it's showing you have to move them.
Then I'll guess which of my cows is your hidden monster. Once I'm done, it's back to you to make another kill. Be careful, because if no live cows are connected to a live monster, you'll have to skip your turn, and I'll get to guess again. When I guessed correctly, one of your monsters will be killed, and I can either choose to guess again or pass. We'll continue taking turns until either... Then the round is over and we switch roles. You'll be the farmer and I'll be the monster. The second round is over when either all 3 monsters or all the cows are dead, making the farmer with the most survivors the winner. Let's play.
All right, so I'm gonna pick easy. So I'll start by picking my 3 monsters. So now it's my turn to play as the farmer with the cows. If to win, I've got to get a better score than his. So, unlike the monsters, you can move the cows how you want, and then there's no limit. But I'm just going to leave them as they are. Okay, guessing by the cow that got killed, the other cows surrounding it is one of the monsters. That's how you can try to figure out where the monsters are hidden. Like that. Well, pass. Okay, it's gotta be one of these two. Yep. Alright, I did it.
Okay. Here you go.
Should I pick a set?
Yes.
Alright, I think if you play with Lucas enough, you'll win an entire hand of cards, and you'll get an award for it.
It's a card for that game that Carl is always playing. They're pretty cool, actually. I have a bunch. I'll give you some, if you can beat me at Monster.
What do you know about the monster that's been terrorizing the castle?
I heard that it's a forest yeti.
Forest Yeti?
What's that?
It's the saddest and most terrible of the monsters. It lives alone in a big cave, usually. And it gets so hungry that he thinks he's going to die. But he doesn't want to eat because he has to eat people. And he doesn't like to kill people. So he tries to eat vegetables, but they make him sick. But one day, he can't wait anymore. And he runs into the town. And he grabs up a whole bunch of people and eats them all. And he goes back to his cave. And he's so sad about all of the people he's killed that you can hear him crying and howling for miles.
Lucas!
Sounds kind of like that.
Okay, that made no sense whatsoever.
What can you tell me about Anya?
She's the best. She's the most fun person in this castle by a mile.
Why is that?
She's taught me that all the fun places
She's
are
his
in the
aunt.
castle.
His father is,
She knows a lot of games.
never meet him,
Actually,
but his
not a
father,
lot.
Franz, is the head of security in Castle Finster.
What's she busy
And
doing?
so Anya is his
Why do you say that?
paternal
They're
aunt.
always fighting.
Do you visit Anya in the shop much?
Oh yeah. Want to hear a secret? If you give her lots of food, she falls asleep in like a second. It's really weird.
Yes, that's another clue. First clue is when she talks about her love of food, she can fall asleep. So if I give her some food, she'll fall asleep, and that has to be done for, I'll show you why.
No one here trusts her. And she's always trying to boss me around, stopping me from doing anything fun.
How so? Does she stop you from bugging Carl?
She's just in the way. I don't like her.
Okay. What do you think of all the tourists who come here?
They're so boring. Every group says the same thing, no matter when they come. They all make the same stupid
So
jokes.
Lucas is the first
Pretend to be a
child suspect in a Nancy Drew game since Jane and Kirsten
I
of
tried
Blackmore
with everyone
Manor.
else, but they're not good at noticing. Carl is, though. He notices everything and gets all crazy and red when you mess with him. Have you seen all of the cool stuff he has in his office? When I get to use it, I'm going to build a small version of the castle with all the secret passages.
Secret passages?
Secret
I
passages?
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, now he realizes he said too much, so he hushes up.
Where do they
Or tries to.
I can't tell you. They're secrets.
Now that leads to more
There are
questions.
two places here that I'm the only one who knows where they go.
Have you seen the monster?
I don't know.
How can you
So it looks
not
like
know?
Lucas is dressed up for the part as well. Authenticity within the castle and its employees. Just like Anya is, noticed she's wearing a pretty fancy dress like Carl's lederhosen.
What did you see?
Probably a monster.
Aren't you worried about getting in trouble with Carl?
Oh, Carl can't catch me. That's just how it is. Carl couldn't catch a cold that was looking for him. He couldn't catch a ball if you glued it to his hand. He couldn't catch an acorn if he buzzed the ground. I can continue if you'd like.
No thanks.
I get the picture.
Yeah. It's like he's not even trying these days.
Have you always lived here?
Yep, the whole time. My dad's the head of security here, so I know pretty much everything there is to know about everyone here. Most of it's boring, but not all of it.
What do you mean?
I can't tell you, I'd get in trouble. But it's bad. My dad says all castles have bloody histories because they're built by greedy men. He says that a lot.
What does he mean when he says that?
I can't tell you. Also, I don't really know.
I think you're the one behind the monster sightings.
My lawyer has advised me not to answer that question.
Say what?
You're what?
Isn't that what everyone says on all of those TV shows? My lawyer. I need a lawyer. I ain't talking without my lawyer.
That's TV, not real life. You're not answering my question.
And I ain't gonna do it, see? Not till you get me a real Class A briefcase jockey. That sounded good, right?
Bye.
See ya!
I want to look at this because there's something here I need. A coded message of some sort.
Maybe the pictures will help me figure out how to crack this code.
Huh, so there's tire glass figurines and other items on here. All right, so this is where to get food. Now, giving her the Black Forest cake, since she talked very fondly of that, that's going to make her fall asleep. But I'll give her something else, too. If you feed Renata enough times, give her enough food, at least 8 times maybe, you'll get an award. But it's only the Black Forest cake that's going to make her fall asleep. So...
Yum.
Oh, I love soft pretzels. It's one of my favorite snacks. Making me hungry for some right now. When... that looks like a hot dog, but I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a hot dog or a knockwurst like she mentioned. I take it that might be an apple fritter. But here, I want the cake. Yes, I'd like to know what cake tastes like in foreign countries as opposed to here in America. That looks scrumptious.
Nancy, what happened? You look very sad.
Oh, it's nothing.
I know what nothing looks like, and that is not nothing. That looks like, boy trouble. You do not even need to confirm. I know I am right.
How did you...
I know that look. I've seen it in the mirror many times. What happened?
It's a long story. He's upset that we don't spend enough time together. And I said some things I shouldn't have said.
Well, you can always talk to me about it. Us girls have to stick together.
Thanks. Can you tell me a little about Lucas?
Has he been bothering you? Be honest now.
No, I'm just curious.
He's my nephew. His father's the head of security here, so Lucas has pretty much got the run of the place. Although, that goes to his head now and again. Don't let him pester you too much now. And let me know if he's bothering you.
Will do.
He's got too much energy for sure. And he's
Well, kids do have a lot of energy.
Good, but a good kid still.
I need some boyfriend advice.
You
Sounds
can
like she
go
loves him, but he also drives her
I
nuts.
apologize, but at the same time, he needs to let me live my life. Of course, I want him to be a big part of it, but I don't know how to explain that.
Well, luckily, this one's easy. For me, at least, as the advice giver. Tell him exactly what you just told me.
That's it?
That's it. Talk it through. Relationships are like plants. They grow stronger if you talk to them.
I don't think plants tend to grow if you talk to them. You need to give it water and sunlight to make them grow. Talking, not so much.
Oh, when I was your age, I had...
So I want to ask her about the glass display, because that'll lead to something else.
When we were together, there's nothing like love to bring order to a scattered world.
What's with a glass display?
Ah, you noticed. Glass blowing tradition is very strong in the areas around Bavaria. We do quite a bit of glass blowing here ourselves. Normally we have demos, but it's been so hectic here the last few days, we'd had to stop them for the moment.
You make glass here in the castle?
Yes, they have a glass shop. That's what I needed to talk to her about the glass display,
Everyday magic.
because we need to see the glass shop.
Power and fire comes something delicate and strange. It's sad how
Yes, glass is delicate, but it's also sharded.
simple piece of glass.
Broken glass is
I guess
highly
so.
dangerous.
It's one of the old things. Renata's always saying the old things are the best. Do you think she's right?
Well, yeah, some old things are the best, so
Sure, I
yeah.
guess.
She might be right. But you could also say that the monster is also one of the old things.
True.
Can I see the glass shop?
Oh, sorry. It's locked until everything settles down. Only Carl and I have keys, but we're both too busy to supervise anyone down there at the moment. Sorry, Nancy.
Has Lucas always been such a prankster?
Oh, unfortunately, yes. I swear he was trying to trick us before he said his first word. Even as a baby, he had this glint in his eye like he was up to something. It was less cute than you'd imagine, actually.
Why does he seem to target Carl?
I know. You're thinking I condone it. I don't. Lucas's father is always so busy running security. Honestly, I think that Lucas is a little lonely these days. He doesn't have a lot of friends at school, from what I can tell. He must like the attention. That being said, I think most of these so-called pranks are Carl's doing.
What do you mean?
The way he blunders through life. It's not surprising that he always thinks he's the victim of some practical joke. He's the victim of a joke, all right, but it's more cosmic than practical.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right.
Nancy, it's Marcus. Self-reception is notorious up there. Give me a call back on the
Yeah,
landline.
listen how bad that is. All right, before I do that, I want to give Renata this food so I can search her bag.
Nancy,
Do you think the stories are real?
I know. I think some part of the story is. I do not know. But you need to live as if it was true.
You said I know. What do you know?
I'm an old woman who speaks many languages. When I'm tired, sometimes the words do not behave as they should.
I don't believe everything she's saying, but I'll just humor her and say, you're right.
You're right. You know the expression truth is stranger than fiction?
Yep,
Yes?
It is true, especially here.
that it is.
Why are you really here?
What do you mean?
Anya told me you have a habit of showing up whenever there's talk of the monster. Is that true?
Trust me, I don't keep track of gossip when I'm traveling. The weather, yes. The gossip, no.
From what I hear, it doesn't seem like a coincidence.
I'd watch what I said if I was you. What do you want?
Do you have a home, or are you always on the road?
Of course I do.
Where is it?
Here. Here's home. Wherever here may be.
It seems like it would be lonely, always traveling.
It is. You're always leaving home. But then again, you're always heading home.
Do you have a family?
I did, a long time ago.
What happened?
I've lived to be very old. Not everyone is as lucky as I am.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. We had beautiful days while they lasted.
What do you think of Anya?
You ask me? She should be in charge of this castle. She's smart, she's strong, she actually understands the history of the castle.
Why is that important?
When I'm here, I try not to tell the stories of what has happened at this castle.
Why not?
Fate has a cruel habit of digging in its claws when tempted. But I will say this. In the event of disaster, I'd rather have Anya in charge than Karl.
Why do you have such a bad reputation?
That's not up to me to decide or care about.
Why's that?
I have more interesting things to think about than my reputation. And so do you.
Have you ever seen anything as strange as this monster on your travels?
No, but I've heard stories. Every place with a history and a dark corner has its own monster to worry about.
Why do you think that is?
Two possible answers. The world is either full of bored people or extraordinarily shy monsters.
Are storytellers still in demand?
No. Today people want flashy computer games and big budget movies. They want instant gratification. The old stories, they traveled from one storyteller to another for millennia. Now they are dying off.
Ah, that must be sad for you.
No, I know the stories. You do not. It is sad for you.
How much longer do you plan on being a storyteller?
As long as I've got teeth. false or otherwise.
Speaking of teeth,
Would you like some food?
I'll give her the pretzel
That
first.
is just what I wanted. Thank you.
I'll give her the Black Forest cake next.
Nancy,
But after
Why
I've
don't
asked
you
the other
tell stories
questions, because
about
when
the
she
castle
falls
when you're
asleep,
here?
then you have to wait till next time to
Castle
talk more
known More than
questions.
its fair share of misery. There's a saying from where I'm from. When death goes to take a ride, he follows the road that serves him best.
If that's what you believe, why are you here?
My affairs are mine alone. And anyway, a good storyteller knows to leave the big reveal for the end.
What if I don't want a story? What if I just want to know why you're here?
You're very persistent. I was right to like you. Still, my life's work is words. I know them well. When to speak. More importantly, when to stay silent.
Where are you going after this castle?
I don't know yet. Wherever I'm needed next.
Do you think you're needed here?
I must be if I'm here.
What do you mean by that?
You must learn to relax. Don't pull all of the mystery out of your life. It's no fun that way.
Would you like some food?
You shouldn't have. Oh, this is too much.
All right, I gotta look inside her bag. That's why I needed her to fall asleep.
I need to get to that box without waking Renata up. What's Renata up to? It seems like she's tracking the monster. There's a dungeon in this castle. I better find it. I better hang on to this.
Okay, I didn't want to talk through all of that because if you wake Renata up by dropping an object loudly,
We need to talk.
it's second
So glad
chance,
you
and I didn't want
called.
to try to have that
You know,
happen.
the truth is, I'd love to have you here with me instead of all the way at home.
I feel the same way, and I know that. Just forget it sometimes.
Oh, Ned, you don't need to change. I like you just the way you are.
I gave we've said some thought, and I think I'm spending too much time waiting for exciting things to happen to me like they do for you. After we got in a fight, I did a lot of thinking,
Me too.
and I came to a decision. I may not be an internationally known sleuth, but I'm happy to have one in my life. And maybe it's time for me to be a little more daring.
I'm happy to hear that. I'd have you along on my adventures anytime.
That means a lot. Thanks.
Oh, listen to how bad that
That's
is.
true.
Well, maybe one day we'll work together on a case.
You might be right.
Wait, really? I better start working on my sleuthing.
Sorry, the connection is bad. I'll call you back from the landline.
Nancy's Marcus, call me back on the landline.
All right, I'll do that. Anyway, now that I'm free, I wanted to mention how that when you go into Renata's bag, you know, it's a puzzle. You have to arrange the items in a way to get that box and not wake her up. Because if you drop an object loudly, it'll wake her up, and that's second chance. And I was trying to avoid that. And then there was that puzzle to open up the box. That's sort of very much like that one little golf puzzle at the mini golf course in Secret of the Old Clock. You have to place 4 colors on that column, and in this case, you're only given 10 chances to do so before it resets if you get them all incorrect. And what I did was I would put 1 color in each of the circles to see if one of them was there, and then tried so with the other colors as a process of elimination, you could say. And the lights below, the mini circles below, would light up if they were right. If it was green, then one circle is the correct color and in the correct slot. If it's orange or yellow, it's the correct color but placed in the wrong slot. But if it's black, there's the wrong color. So that happened twice, and then it's always random, so I can't tell you what it would be, because when you play this game, it's always going to be completely random, just like all the little puzzles are. But that's what it reminded me a lot of, the little game in Secret of the Old Clock where you have to do the same thing with the golf balls. You have to choose the 4 correct golf balls and have them in the right slots, and they tell you if it's correct, partially correct, or incorrect due to flags or just poles being there. All right, so now I'm going to use the phone to call everyone. First I'll call Frank, and then Ned, and then Marcus. He has already called me twice, and now I should call him back.
I called Ned.
I heard. I'm glad the two of you could work things out.
Me too.
I didn't doubt that you would.
Thanks for being such a good friend.
No problem. It's good to see you two back together.
Thanks. The people here seem to think that the same monster has been attacking the castle for years, maybe even centuries. Have you ever heard of anything like that before?
Interesting. Well, nothing could live that long. Maybe it's a handy scapegoat.
Oh, a scapegoat.
Well, growing up, every time Joe broke something, he blamed me. I'd do the same to him. Maybe whenever someone does something really awful, they take advantage of this monster story to throw suspicion off of themselves.
Interesting.
I need to find my way into the glass studio.
Have you asked for a key? Someone must have one.
I've met everyone here. It's a pretty strange bunch.
How so?
Well, Carl, the leader here, is off in his own world working on elaborate board games. It's Anya who seems to be running things.
What's she like?
She's certainly no pushover. She's also a little difficult to read.
Who else is there?
There's Renata. She's a traveling storyteller.
Interesting. What's she like?
I'm not sure. She can be a little cryptic.
Oh, that's a good way to put it. Cryptic.
Knowing you, you'll get to the bottom of it in no time.
Then there's Lucas, security guard's son. Loves causing trouble. Seems obsessed with pulling pranks.
Yep, that's pretty common.
Really?
Oh yeah, I had a prank phase. So did Joe.
What made you stop?
Got too busy. I think I still have a notebook full of ideas somewhere, although most of the ideas involve variations on the bucket of water over a door theme. Gotta love the classics. Who do you think is behind the monster?
I don't know. It might not even be any of them. How's Joe?
He's great. He says hi. Oh, also, he wanted me to tell you something. Hang on, I had to write it down because it was too weird to remember. There we go. Dear Nancy Drew. He used your last name for some reason. I am glad you and Ned are back together. You go together like peanut butter and jelly. When you're apart, it's like peanut butter and sadness, or jelly and uncomfortable silences. Either way, you're looking at a sandwich that no one wants, and probably no one will buy it ever.
Okay.
That sounds like Joe. Tell him I say hi.
Oh, you wish that was the end of the note. It
Oh,
goes
it's
on.
not done?
A world where Ned and Nancy are not together as a couple is as disturbing as it is dangerous to the quantum makeup of
The
our
quantum makeup of our
plane of reality.
interstellar plane of reality.
You know what? I'm just going to stop reading there.
That's okay. I think I get the picture. It's really sweet that he cares so much.
I don't think you can help me, but I want to know what he
Use some
says.
money.
Use some money.
Try seeing if there is anything you can do for the people around the castle.
Thanks. See you later.
All right, if I called him before I talked to Ned, I would get sings a little different message. But it's interesting to see what he has to say now that I've patched things up with Ned. So now I'll call Ned, then I'll call Marcus. So what can I
So, what can I
expect from the new and improved Ned?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm still in the planning stages. I think maybe I need an edgier presentation. Get a motorcycle, maybe. Stay out past 10 p.m.? Return library books at the wrong branch?
Oh, no, that might not be the solution. Don't forget, I like you just the way you are.
Then you'll like new Ned even more. Once I settle on just what that will involve, maybe I could get a hobby.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea, if you ask me.
It's strange spending my time with you and Frank and Joe. You guys always have such great stories to tell. It makes me feel like I live a pretty boring life in comparison. You guys are always like, remember when we were chased by that abominable snowman that really turned out to be an international art thief and also a spy? My best anecdote from this last year is the time I accidentally said something horrible in Italian to the waiter at the pasta place.
Yeah, what you said was pretty unforgivable.
I had no idea.
I'm just teasing. It was just a misunderstanding. And anyway, you have great stories about school and football.
It's not the same. It'd be nice to stumble across a nice mystery now and again.
It doesn't exactly work that way.
Yeah.
But maybe I've just not been looking hard enough. I'll let you know what I find.
I could use your help with my case.
Sure. What's going on?
Okay, long story short.
Wait, let me guess. You're in Germany, so you're probably in a castle. And if you're in a castle, there's probably some sort of a problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If I had to guess, I'd say a monster and an eccentric German board game expert.
Okay, you're keeping
You were
tabs
keeping
on her.
tabs on me, weren't you?
Of course I was. I know you're capable of solving these cases on your own, but I still worry a little bit, especially when you're so far away. Frank kept me up to date on everything that's going on.
I'm not surprised. I'll let you go. Bye.
See you soon.
All right, now I'll call Marcus. Talk to him about everything. So he's the owner of Castle
Hi, it's
Finster.
Nancy.
So, what's everything look like at the castle? Have you got everything under control?
So far.
Great. I'm on the way down. I'm about 4 hours away, but I'll try to be here if you need me. Thanks again for helping me out. It'd be great to have the whole thing tied up by the time I get in.
I'll do my best.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm bringing some foreign investors to the castle tomorrow. Big money, big time investors. I mean like stupid rich. Like, happy birthday, I got that town in France you wanted rich. I want everything tied up with a neat bow. Signed, sealed, delivered stamps, the whole 100 yards. You're like my personal stylist here. You gotta make me look good.
Stylist?
Stylist?
I'm here to get rid of the monster, right?
Nancy, business is built on metaphors, fast talking,
Whatever.
and aggrandizing anecdotes. Like the time the Prime Minister told me that my yacht was fantastic.
Right.
I knew you'd be a fast learner. That's my favorite type of learner. Favorite type of car, too. You prove yourself to me in this case. I see big things in your future. Look at me. I started out small like you. Now I've got 4 houses. 3 in Berlin and 1 somewhere. Told my realtor to surprise me. Really should track it down someday. Also, I own a castle, but you know that.
What can you tell me about Anya?
Anya's Anya. Always has been. I was surprised to find out she was working at the castle, but that's synchronicity for you.
Why were you surprised she was working here?
We used to date.
You and Anya?
Really?
Really?
That was years ago.
Oh, so he's the boyfriend that Anya was talking about earlier.
Breakup didn't exactly go well. Well, no breakup was well, right? That'd be weird. Anya was pretty
Yeah, but some breakups are more bitter than others.
Strange how?
It's not really. It wouldn't be very gentlemanlike to get into what went on. Let's just say she is the reason that I make sure my shoes are tied before I break up.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, I'm just being dramatic. It was rough. We got through it. When I find out she was working at the castle, it was weird at first, but stranger things have happened. Look, Anya and I have had our problems. But in business, skill comes first. She's very good at her job, and customers love her. That's good enough for me.
What do you think of Carl?
He's not my ideal manager, but he does an adequate job when he's not working on that game of his, that is.
You're the one who broke up with Anya?
Yes, I'd rather not get into the specifics, but I did end the relationship.
What do you know about Renata?
What's he not telling Nancy about breaking up with Anya, though?
She's a traveling storyteller.
Oh, okay. Are there the list of things that you seem to think that I need to know?
Well, excuse me.
Can you tell me a little bit about this monster?
No, other than it was a terrible timing, which is rude.
I don't know, some of the things he's saying and then the way he's talking, he sounds a bit haughty.
I'm big picture, Nancy.
Maybe a little arrogant.
I don't do small print.
Have you tried Carl's game?
Maybe it's because he's rich. He thinks he's
I do not play games, but if I did, I would not play them as Carl.
Why do you insist that everyone dress up?
The castle isn't a hotel, Nancy. I'm not renting out a room. I'm providing an experience. I want our guests to create memories that they'll never forget during their visit here.
Like seeing a monster?
Are you implying that I'm behind the monster sightings?
Well, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
It is so far out of the realm of possibility that it has crossed the sea of you are wrong and landed in the realm of ludicrous accusations. But I do admire your thoroughness. Good hustle.
Whatever.
See you later.
Get it done.
Get it done. Hey, what's going on here?
It's the monster! He struck again! Quickly! Follow me to the courtyard!
What happened here?
It has gotten past the gates! This has never happened before! Nancy, this is different now. You better leave.
No.
No.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
That is not a smart move. I'm going to tell Marcus that whatever happens to you is no longer my responsibility.
I'd better find a way to put out that fire, and fast.
Well, luckily, there's a well right here. And a bucket that I can fill up with water. Let's hurry.
The monster did some major damage out here. There's something strange stuck in that door.
Huh.
Peculiar looking bird. If I can find out where it's from, that could help me track the monster.
Well, this obviously came from outside. Doesn't look like it grows on anything around here. So I gotta get Carl's key to the glass shop, and I'll do just that now. And I'll ask him about this burr while I do.
Nancy, glad you're here. Big news! The International Board Card and Dice Commission has announced that they will be accepting new games for review. That means I can send Raid in.
Well, that's good.
Great news.
Only
What?
I have very bad Lucky is a simple way of explaining it. Always have.
But this doesn't seem bad.
Not yet, but you'll see. Nothing good ever just happens, not in my life at least. I'm sorry you don't want to hear any more of my old man problems. I actually need your help.
With what?
Since you're the best Ray player I've met, will you help me create a new character?
Sure.
I know this probably won't work out, but I want it to be perfect.
Sure.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I just knew you'd help. Maybe with your help, this won't be such a disaster. I'd like you to help me come up with a new character. It's going to be based on the bear-skinned creature from the old tales. Should it be male or female?
Male.
Thanks.
Have you seen a burr like this before?
Let me see. Yes, I've seen something like that out in the woods.
Anya mentioned a glass shop. Can you help me find a way in?
She did she? Fine. You want to look in there? Go ahead, but stay away from the furnace.
Why's that?
It's a glass furnace. It's deadly. We've had accidents. It is not for fooling around. Be very careful. You could die down there.
Thanks. What do you think of Marcus?
He does not know what he's doing. He thinks we should all listen to him because he has a briefcase. Any fool can get one of those things, and any day they are silly. What is this, 1986? Not anymore, it isn't.
What do you think of Renata?
Did you know that Anya wants her to go? I don't understand why. She's such a great storyteller. This isn't the first time she's come here, you know. Although it was before my time, she knows a lot about this place.
I wonder how much older Renata is, if she's older than Carl, because they're both elderly people.
Maybe she's trying to impress you by pretending to be far friendlier than she actually is.
This thing, what is it? Why does everyone just call it the monster?
Honestly, there is not much we know about it.
What do you mean?
Most of us have only seen the destruction it leaves behind.
But it still seems like he would know enough about it to at least give it a name. After all this time?
I heard it had a name long, long ago. The villagers, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, they knew the monster. They would leave food for him deep in the woods. They were all terrified of him, of course, but so were the wolves. If they kept the monster fed, he would not bother them, and they could raise their livestock in peace. But one night, the monster broke into the castle and kidnapped the Freiherr's only daughter. He was broken-hearted and decreed that the monster...
Oh, so that's why Elsie, the Friar's daughter, is part of the legend.
No longer leave food in the woods. It was forbidden to speak the monster's name in town.
Was his daughter ever found?
No one knows. No one even knows how true the story is. It was a long time ago. But there are many stories like it that happened in these walls.
Thanks. See you later.
See you later, Nancy.
All right. Before I go outside and look for that burr, I want to look at the glass shop.
That's it. Call me back on the landline.
What now? All right, so this is the glass shop here. And wait, let's see, the danger, fire hazards. Yeah, got it.
This is the lowest room in the castle. I should be able to find the dungeon through here somehow.
Oh, hey, it's the other glass tile for that puzzle box. There are a couple of things I need to do in here.
There's no power.
Ah,
Ha! That's why it's not working. Now it should work.
all right. This will help me sharpen the shears. All right, good as new. Oh, was that money? Okay, there are a couple of tools here I need to get. And I want to look at around here.
I hate snakes.
The snake Frank. Lucas. Hey, another phone charm.
Oh, a new phone charm.
Well, that's interesting. Looks like a medallion of some kind. Oh, more coins. Alright, so the dungeon, you have to open it using the furnace. Make sure you put this cover over it, because if you just open it up as like normal, it's second chance, game over. And so, but that is too hot. So you have to use these special tongs to pull on it. Alright, here's the dungeons. Hey, another phone charm. Hey, what's this?
Looks like it's about the legend. And there are letters in the corner.
Hey, that looks like the page that I plucked from Renata's book.
Looks like something could fit in here.
Yes. And, ooh, is this a trap door?
It looks like some sort of trap door.
Alright. Now, before I forget, I'm gonna call Marcus, then go outside to explore. Let's see how many phone charms I have now. 4. Uh-oh, going back over. Bucket of water, Frank.
I better find something
Lucas!
else to wear. I really wish I had my suitcase.
What's this? For you to put on. Who could have left this out?
Marcus here.
Do you believe that the monster could be real?
If it is, I know a guy who will pay to the nose for movie rights.
That didn't exactly answer my question.
Didn't it?
See you later.
See you later.
We had to call him back for that. That was an extremely brief conversation. Alright, so there is more to explore out here than the castle courtyards. The woods here. Unfortunately, I get easily lost. I have not memorized yet going about in the woods like the ones for Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake. I'll try, but can't promise. Hey, another phone charm.
That's
Hey.
the same kind of burr that I found in the storefront.
Yes.
Ow! I better find a way to clear a path first.
Well, that's why I sharpen the shears. Hey.
There's a camp back here.
Yes.
It looks like this was dropped accidentally. I wonder what it's for. This will definitely come in handy.
Yes, it will. Oh, some money. Hey, here's some more money. All right. If you explore the woods enough, you'll get an award as well. All right. Now there's a purpose of what I can use with this flashlight. I can attach it to the rope here.
Wait, what's that?
Hey, more tiles?
I bet all of the edges that are touching need to match up.
Yep, and then they'll open up a passage. Or passageway, what you want to call it. Okay, some of these can move, others can't. I think, yeah, it looks like this one is the only one that can stay in place. Okay. So yeah, you need to have the pictures matching with each other. So like, this is the right one. That's a clue at least, I guess, to have this just down it in one place. Okay. Okay. That's the right one. All right, that's correct. This one needs to be adjusted then. There we go. All right.
Take that stone tile with me. I don't want anyone following me through.
All right, here I am now in the passages. Oh, it's so easy to get lost in here, though. Here's some more editions of the Castle Crier and some more German vocabulary lists. Why am I telling you this? Well, it'll come in handy for some puzzles later. Oh, more money. Woo, now I'm at 100 euros. Okay, so easy. Hey, another...
Looks like it's about the monster legend.
Hey, look, that looks just like the boulder I found outside. And it's important to look at this, because it'll lead to a clue soon after. Her heart racing, the girl looked over her shoulder again, though she could hear it nearby. The monster could not find her where she hid. Brushing the dirt from her hands and utterly exhausted, the girl spun around as another roar echoed through the woods. Turned back to the ground in front of her and hurriedly finished covering the... Hey, part of this page is on... Some monster was after something that she buried. Okay, that leads to a door outside around here, but I don't want to go yet. There's at least one other corner I need to check out. There's a map down here somewhere. I'm trying to find it because I am totally lost. Hey,
This looks like the other
another coded message
different.
with different pictures. Okay, I am very lost. Yeah. All right, those lead back into the dungeons, but I'm not going out that way. Hey, what's this? Looks like there are keyholes. Well, I've got one key, but looks like I need another key to open it. All right, that leads to Nancy's room. But I don't want to go that way yet. I'm still looking for the map. This is nuts. Getting lost in this place. Okay, that's the way I came in, but I can't get out that way. Ah, here it is.
Map of the passages. This should come in handy.
Alright, now that I've got it, I'll go out Nancy's room. Can't go back in that way. Can only go out through the door in the woods or through the well. You can't go out the well, though. Let me talk to the other characters, see if they have anything new to say.
What are you wearing, Nancy? Change out of that this instant!
What? Why?
Well, what's the matter? It's just a costume for the celebration. It was left in my room.
Who left that in your room?
I don't know. It was just there with a note to put it on. I still don't see what the big deal is.
Change out of it now!
What? Why?
No, change first. We will talk later.
What the heck?
What happened? Who would do something like this?
Hey, could the perpetrator have left this here?
Hang on to this.
It's another page about the legend. Ooh, I better go outside back to the woods to check on that boulder.
Nancy, come down here. I need your help. Can you go distract Carl? I've got a really great prank idea, but I need him distracted. Can you do it?
Sure.
Sure.
You are my favorite new person in the world, Nancy. Come back and let me know when he's distracted.
Ouch.
I hear you have a reputation as a prankster.
If you want to call it that, I guess that you could. But
Yeah.
they're not just pranks. They're something better.
Like what exactly?
What other name would you
But
call
pranks
it?
are stupid. I've got better things planned than just stupid pranks.
What do you have planned?
You'll see. Something good. The people around here will be talking about it for years.
Do you like living here at the castle?
Yeah.
Seems like a weird place to grow up.
I don't know. It's not boring like some places. Did you know that hundreds of years ago, they used to have a gallows here, and you could see it right from my window? When I visit my uncle's place, he just has a grocery store outside of his window.
Do your school friends like to visit the castle?
No.
Really? It seems like a place where all the kids would want to hang out.
Yeah, well, they just don't, okay? I don't exactly have a lot of friends.
Why's that?
No one wants to hang out with creepy lookers.
Is that what they call you at school?
No, but they think it. It's a castle and all of the bad things that have happened here.
I bet they're just jealous that you get to live in a castle.
No, they're really afraid of this place. And since I'm not, they say I must be creepy too.
What do you think of Marcus?
Who?
He's the man who owns the castle.
Oh, okay. I don't know him. I think I heard my dad talk about him a few times. I don't think he likes him all that much.
Why'd you leave the bucket of water over the door?
Over my door?
I'm only allowed to watch 2 hours of television a week. I've got a lot of time on my hands.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright. Before I go distract Carl, I want to go out to the boulder, see if Nancy says anything about it.
This looks just like the boulder I saw in that old picture. Let's see what that girl was hiding.
Okay, and that's why I picked up this shovel from the glass shop.
Nothing there. Empty. Nothing here. Nothing there.
Hey, what's this?
Aha! A necklace. It's so old. This must be what the girl was hiding. I wonder why. I'd better keep this.
Yes, do that.
Hello?
Can you help me distract Lucas for a minute by staying at your desk? He wants to set up a prank for you.
I will sit here and be your unsuspecting prank victim, and finally, I will be able to catch him in the act.
Tell me about the accident.
What are you talking about?
I think you know what I'm talking about.
This castle, it is very old. It is not built for so many visitors. When I started, I thought it would be nice to have tours, take people around.
Right.
I took a group down into the dungeon. I thought it would be fun to show them the cells. I did not know what would happen. I really did not.
What happened?
I closed the door and the whole room collapsed.
Ugh, was everyone okay?
No one died, but a few came very close. I stood on the other side of the door and there was nothing I could do.
Is that why you don't want tourists here?
I am a magnet for bad luck. It is best that I be left alone.
Why do you say you're a magnet of bad luck?
Magnet for bad luck.
You will think it's silly.
No, I promise I won't.
When I was a boy, I took a train to Berlin with my father. He fell asleep, so I wanted the train in the back. I found a boy my age to play with. Strangely, he looked just like me.
Like a doppelganger?
Exactly like a doppelganger. The boy was very strange. The whole time we played together, he did not say a single word. Very unnerving. Eventually, my father found us. He had this expression I'd never seen before. At first, I thought he was angry I'd wandered off. But no, he was scared. He grabbed my arm and yanked me back to our car. I remember looking at the boy, and he had the oddest smile.
I don't understand.
You must never meet your doppelganger. And if you see yours one day, run! To allow them even a moment in your life is to be cursed, like me.
You don't really think you're cursed, do you?
You don't really think you're cursed, do you?
After that day, everyone I loved, everyone I cared about got hurt or fell ill. So I moved here.
Why?
Some people hide in castles to stay safe behind the walls. I use these walls to keep the world safe from me, but now, you see, even that isn't working.
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
It's not. Now, if you'd please leave me alone.
I keep finding references to these missing girls.
Those I do not like to talk about.
You're supposed to help me out here. I need to know what they mean.
Those girls, they're the monster's past victims.
What do you mean?
This monster, this is not the first time he's been to this castle looking for a victim.
I've gathered that. Why are the victims always young women?
No one knows. Some say that the monster takes a bride.
Takes a bride? Oh, that's a good one.
The forest.
Is that what you think?
No. Come on now.
What do you think happens?
I do not want to know. Those girls never come back. That alone is enough to keep me up at night. And Nancy, if the monster is back, you do well to distance yourself from what you see in those paintings.
What do you mean?
We can only guess what will happen next by what's happened before. And if anyone here looks like one of the girls in the paintings, it'd be you.
I'd like to help you with your character
Oh,
again.
so that might explain why Renata freaked out at Nancy wearing that dress. She thinks she's being set up to be a new potential victim for the monster.
Black.
Thanks.
See you later.
Auf Wiedersehen.
All right, before I go back to Lucas, I want to work on that puzzle box since I have all the tiles. And it has to match this picture. Now, if it's showing its actual color like this, it means it's on top. Let's see. All right, now it'll open.
I better take this with me.
Look, it looks like some kind of rotor. So now I'll go back and tell Lucas Carl's ready. Oh, well, before I do that, let me see if I can talk to Renata because I can't change. Nancy can't change back into
Why
her
are
clothes.
you still wearing that? My clothes, they're gone. Someone tore them to shreds. This is bad. Who did it? I don't know. I don't even know why anyone would want to do it.
Someone thinks it's important that you look the part, it seems.
I found a
Yes.
strange necklace out in the forest.
Someone left this out for Nancy to wear to
older, I think.
look like the victim.
Much
More so.
older. You must get rid of this.
Oh, and now she
Why?
has the necklace.
Because it's dangerous. That's why.
If you remember
do a
that
lot of
painting
traveling?
of
Yes.
Elsie,
What's your
Else
favorite thing about travel?
in that painting, she was wearing the necklace. So that's what I found
The world
here.
has decided to spend each day forgetting what makes it special.
What does that mean?
A long time ago, when you would travel from town to town, each place would be different. You'd never know what you were going to find over the next hill. But now, it's all the same. Now you just wonder, will the fast food place be on the left side or the right side of the street? I feel bad for your generation. There's less to explore.
I still think there's a lot to see.
There is, but there is also less. What you think of as wild now is nothing. Too many people want to tame this world, and too many people think that they have.
What do you mean?
The world is a dangerous place. It will always be. Your grandparents and parents spent their lives rounding the sharp corners off of the world to make it safer. But all that they've done is make the world uniform and boring. It is still just as cruel and deadly.
Well, Nancy, an optimist, would probably say that's not true, but me, a cynical realist, I'll go ahead and say I agree.
I agree. Do you and Carl get along?
No.
Why's
Why
that?
is that?
I ask you, do we seem like we should get along? He's an officious bureaucrat. He's desperate to control everything. You can't trust someone like that.
See you later. Goodbye.
All right, now I'll go talk to Lucas. Oh, more money. Whoa, look at that, 112 euros. Okay.
What are you wearing? Look
Hey,
like
what's
a-
that piece of paper down there?
It's for the festival.
It's so puffy. Are you sure you're even in there?
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much,
much,
Lucas.
Lucas.
You're welcome.
I love that cynical tone of voice she
Do you know what
had
the stories about
speaking.
these missing girls are all about?
I heard that all those girls, they were killed by the monster.
Do you think that's true?
I hope not.
Okay, Carl is distracted.
All right, now he's ready to go. Now I can explore around here and pick up that paper.
Messages in some sort
It's a
of
message for him from his father.
I bet if I try moving the letters around in the columns, I can figure out what it says.
Yep. So to decode this message, you have to switch the letters around in these columns. Like you can't switch from row to row. So I cannot switch the T out from to over here. And I would recommend starting with the words with the fewest letters, 2 and 3, because those are often words like to, of, in, are, and, the. Especially like if you can see the letters in there that might spell out those short words. So like, Okay, and when it's white like this, it means I got the words correct. All right, so now I have to switch the letters around until I get the correct. The words are all correct and spell out the message. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to figure out for short letters if there are letters that spell out what those words potentially are, like the and. All right, to open the security booth, play the glockenspiel. Notes are hidden around the castle. Find them and then play them in the order of the list. The hidden locations are below. So I'm gonna go out and in looking for these notes. There are two outside. One of them's right here.
That must be one of the hidden notes. There's a letter G on the doorbell. I bet it's another one of the notes I need.
All right, now the rest are inside.
That must be another of the musical notes I need. This must be one of the musical notes I need.
Okay, there's one more. Down here in the glass shop. That one.
One of the letters that Lucas's dad was talking about.
All right. This is the glockenspiel.
There must be a specific order to play these in.
Okay, so following those instructions with the notes have to play it in the order of G, D, B, G, A. And if you remember that sheet of paper, that little quiz I found on the steps out in the courtyard, that shows the notes located on the keys of the glockenspiel, or at least this instrument, if this kind of instrument, like a xylophone almost. So I play G, D, B, G, A. All right, I got it right. So now it'll open the security booth for me. But before I go inside, there's something I need to pick up that's for use in there. Oh, Lucas is back. I'll ask him about the prank. Oh, more coins. Hooray. Ah, and even more coins. All right, here's the security booth, but there's no power. Oh, of course he'd have a picture of his son in there. More coins. All right. Looks like
it's missing 2 dials.
Well, it looks like one of them goes here. Oh, and it's manufactured by Krollmeister. All right, so it needs more of them. At least it needs it one more. Let me get my dictionary.
I should try that with my phone.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it there.
All right, it looks like I'll be getting security alerts on my phone now.
All right. Huh, so this must be about power. Okay, so that's what I've got now, power key.
There's no power.
Yeah, so just like this. That's what I need to put this in first, the power key.
There must be directions for how to use this somewhere.
Don't worry, I looked at it already. So they all need to be on green in order to turn on the power, but I only get 5 chances of the charges. So it's best to hit some of these because then they'll spread further to others. But the best order I pick them to make sure they're all turned on in 5 chances or fewer. 10, 8, 2, 7, and 6. Can you see like then how they, as I click on some of them, like these multicolored ones, then they'll shift to turning green, or then sometimes they'll spread to others. That's why you need to use the number of charges you have remaining wisely. Hey, what's Renata doing there?
Renata? What's she doing there?
Messing with one of the clocks. Well, before I explore any further, I want to go in the shop, see what she left behind. Hey, I see something there.
Renata must have dropped this. I should figure out what it's for.
Well, Elsie, Castle Finster. Hey, I know somewhere to find that about Elsie and Castle Finster. That book on the history of the castle. Right here. I'll just open it up and put it over the pages.
Block from left, 1921. This must be how Renata opened the clocks. I need to try this out myself.
Yes, but Anya's in the shop and I can't do something that she might think is suspicious. How do I get her out of there? Well, I'll go back into the security booth and show you that when I switch to the cameras so I can look at both of them, there are these buttons to press.
Everyone must have an area of the castle to secure when the alarm rings. This could come in handy.
Yes, I'll set the alarms to get rid of them both. First, I gotta go to Carl's office to deal with this.
Monster sighted on Castle Grounds.
Oh,
This is
that
not a
fast,
drill.
huh?
Monster sighted on Castle Grounds. This message will not repeat.
Okay, I better go check that out. So I'll have to go to the security booth and check on the cameras to find where the monster is.
There's someone in the courtyard. It's the monster.
Hey, there it
I'm gonna
is.
go see if I can track
I
it.
see the figure, so I'll go outside and deal with that.
It's the monster.
There he is, or it is. Don't know if it's male or female because it's I think it's someone dressing up as the monster, not a true monster, not like a demon.
It hasn't noticed me. I should try to get closer without being seen.
Okay, and then Nancy will be automatically walking towards it. Holy smokes. Jeez. Alright, unfortunately I can't get back in the castle. I'm locked out. So,
I
well,
can't open it.
that's locked, but luckily the key to open it is right here. I'm gonna have to raise the gates. This is
Looks
what
like
helped
that
me.
one lever is blocking the rest. I need to see if I can slide it free.
Alright, this one is easy, but I have 2 more to do. Alright. Alright. 1 more. So the trick is I have to get it over there. Each of these sliders over there. And now the gates will be raised. Hey, what's that attached to the bottom?
Oh, that was too close. Well, this certainly proves it was not my imagination.
Alright, I'll go back to the security booth. Hey, what are these?
I wonder what Lucas is doing with these.
Are these stilts? What's he up to now? Alright, okay, they're still not there. I better hurry though, I'll just open up his desk.
It says Anya. Could it be for the shop?
Better hurry though, because he comes back and catches me, it's game over. Alright, I'm gonna have to get rid of Anya again.
What's
Hey,
strange?
these look like replicas of the necklace. Hey.
Something isn't quite right. Why would Anya print these emails and keep them here?
Yes.
I
Hey.
bet I could use this on one of the clocks.
Okay, so the instructions said third from the
What
left,
was Renata doing with the clocks?
1921. That means 7:21, so I'm gonna have to set the clock to that time, and this is the third one from the left. All right,
This must have been what Renata was hiding.
it's the other rotor I need. Let me see if Carl's back. I can ask if I can help him more with his character. Oh, and I want to talk to Renata about why she was in the shop.
Oh, hello, Fräulein.
So,
Hello,
how did
Fräulein.
it go with Lucas?
I did not catch you.
Good. I've been waiting to know if I could ask someone about the Die Ungerherrlich Nacht Festival.
What's the story with the Die Ungeheuerlichkeit Nacht Festival?
Oh, it's simply the best night of the year. Well, normally it is. This year, I don't know.
What does the festival celebrate?
Every year, the whole castle gets together to celebrate another year without a monster sighting.
I don't understand. Why are you having a celebration this year?
There are strange things going on, but we're not sure that it's the monster. Also, we already paid for the custom-made cake.
Well, if you already have the
You
cake.
already got the cake.
Truth is, it's best to give everybody something positive to focus on. These are frightening times.
It looks like the monster had a target in mind when he attacked the courtyard. Do you think he's going after someone in particular?
No, I do not think that is the case. I wish it was, though.
Why is that?
Then we would know what to expect.
I'd like to give you more help with your character.
Now the character needs a special item. Should it be a magic golden ring or a never-ending pocket full of gold coins?
How about gold coins?
My character should have gold coins.
Thanks.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right.
Hi.
What were you doing in the shop?
I don't remember being in the shop.
But I saw you.
I'm sure you did. I'm an old woman. I can't be expected to remember everything.
I think she's hiding something, but I'll just say you're
I'm
right.
sorry. You're right.
Why would it matter what I do anyway?
Has anyone tried to fight the monster?
What do you mean?
Seems like some of these girls could have used some help. Aren't there usually knights in shining armor in old castle stories?
Yes. There were as many knights in shining armor back then. In fact, there are many around today. Do you know what that really means? Knight in shining armor.
A hero who saves the day.
No. A knight in shining armor never did nothing for nobody. He never fought. A knight in dented, scraped armor. No, that's what you want. You want a knight in shining armor? Go see Carl. Anyway, what's with this light talk? You hardly seem like the damsel in distress type.
True. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. How did you become a storyteller?
Nah, it's a long story. What? Nothing? That was a joke. Always Americans, you have to tell them you are making a joke. Come now, we do it again.
What?
Ask again.
Okay, how did you become a storyteller?
It's a long story. I say this jokingly.
I get it, but I'm still curious.
All right, a pity though. That's enough. I can move on. It was bad times. Between the wars, I was out with my father and my sister. We had been traveling for a long time. Very long. My sister, she was very sick with a fever, and it was raining. She needed a warm fire very badly. My father and I knew this. Finally, we see a fire in the distance and a group of men. Like I said, it was bad times. Everyone was very scared and very used to fighting, sometimes killing, to get by. I could see my father was afraid. He said, "Follow me. If they do not laugh, you must run." I followed him. We got to the fire. The men, they grabbed their guns. I thought, this is the end. My father looked at them and he said, "Gentlemen, you smell bad. You're ugly and your mother's dress you funny."
What?
What?
I know. Dead silence. Then, suddenly the biggest one with a scar like this. He starts to laugh. Then they all do. Next thing, we are by the fire. My father, he tells stories all through the night. My sister, she's okay. In the morning, we leave as friends. And I just knew I wanted to be like him.
I'll let you go. Bye.
See you later.
All right. I want to further explore Carl's place, so I'm going to set the alarm. But now that I now that I have the 3 rotors, I can put it in here for the purpose of decoding these messages that I found. All right. Okay, so the reason why I pointed out at the vocabulary lists on the Castle Criers is because they have some words here that are useful on these messages, so that for these pictures you have to not use the English translation but the German ones. Sun, like you have to fill in the letters that begin the German words for these pictures here with the rotors. So sun is son, moon is mon, and comet is comet, starting with a K. So the letters here need to be S, M, K. And then you type out the letters here to decode a message. It's very much like when you use the typewriter for decoding purposes in Danger by Design. All right, there's the S. SM, now I need the K. And it's advised that you go slowly typing each individual letter on the messages. Okay, there I go. Because if this is like a typewriter, not a computer, can't type fast. So O, E, F, H, Q. Because if you type too fast, you may end up skipping a letter and then the message being printed out will just spell gibberish. And you'll have to restart. L, D, U, U, N, E, C, A, Y, N, S, X, L, U, G, E, Q, S, G, L, V, K, J, H.
I cracked the code.
All right, so here it's giving me the combination for Carl's planner, 8261. All right, now I've got the other message to decode. Now, from the vocabulary list, bat is Fledermau. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing all these correctly. Castle, Berg, and Knight, Ritter. So the letters here need to be F, B, R. Okay, I passed the F. All right, there's the B, and now R. Once I'm done with this, then I'll go to Carl's office. I'll set the alarm to get rid of him so I can go into his office and open his planner. All right, P, M, Z, K, Q, G, X, W, J, N, W, D, H, V, Z, F, O, Q, I, O, F, N, H, V, B, E, D, C, C.
Decoded.
All right, the Freiherr's daughter is step 1. Now I'll just set the alarm to get rid of Carl. But I gotta hurry. He could come back anytime. If you dilly-dally, wait too long, yes, he'll come back and catch you, and it's game over. All right. All right.
Let's see what Carl's up to.
All right, this is all in German, so I need my dictionary. All right, take a look at all these characters here written in. These look like characters from his raid game, their colors and their names.
It's the 5th color-coded entry. I wonder what that means.
All right, and some of these are characters' names or from named or characters of fairy tales or from fairy tales, Grimm's fairy tales. So what they do is there are a series of numbers that need to open up this, but this is not just one number. You have to put in one number, hit enter, and then another number, 5 numbers in total, and that's what those are for, the coded words and colors in his planner. or for the that combination. All right, so those characters in their colors and names refer to. The first one is the sea hare, which is found on the Bonaparte card and has blue magic of 5. The color code there was blue, so that means the first number I have to put in is 5. And then number 2 is Rumpelstiltskin, found in gold thumb card and has gold wisdom of 13. So that's the second number. All right, then number 3 is Gold Children, is found in the Golden Hunter card and has red strength of 15. So that's the third number. Now, Little Snow White is found in the Enchanted Mirror card and has a blue magic of 11, so that's the fourth number. And then finally, Donkey is found in the Donkey King card and has a green health of 9. That's the last number. Now I'll just put this in quickly before he has a chance to come back. So then the numbers I have to put in and hit enter after each one. 5. So if it's green, lights up green, it's correct. 13, 15, 11, 9. All right, there we go. All right, that's Franz Mittelmeier's resume, Anya's brother and Lucas's father.
I should give them a call.
Yes, I will. Ooh, Sunny June. Well, I'll be darned. And it mentions all his past jobs, like the deputy curator and Manette's assistant, where he was Nancy's last immediate predecessor. All right, so I'll call Castle Cast. But before I do that, I want to show there's a use for the necklace that I found in the woods. She said earlier it looks like something fits here. Well, the necklace fits here. If I turn it clockwise, opens up that trap door. So I want to close it before I accidentally have Nancy fall in. But if you turn it counterclockwise,
Wow.
it opens the door leading into the passages. Okay, so that's where I came in, these sets of stairs. Let me find, I want to look up the map again so I can keep track of where the heck I am. Oh, and now that I have Carl's key and Anya's key, I can use them both on this panel because they reveal an Easter egg. Back, 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 back. All right.
The lid's stuck. Need to find something that'll pry it off.
This pry bar.
That
Hey,
looks exactly
yes, it
like
looks
what the monster
was wearing. Oh, more money. Okay, that looks like a dead end. Can't go in or out there. So I'll just go back in through the dungeon. All right. Before I forget, look at the
That
picture.
must be the Freiherr's daughter from the legend. I need to find an undamaged version of this painting.
Thank you for calling Castle Cast, your one-stop staffing solution for castles, reenactments, Renaissance cuisine, and realistic sword fighting demonstrations. Ask us about our wizard discount. My name is Jordan. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew.
Hi, Nancy Drew. What solution can I provide for you today?
I'm staying at a castle that you're staffing. Can I get a little background information about the employees here?
Oh, I'm very sorry. I can't give that information out without proper clearance. Thank you for calling.
All right, so I'll have to call Marcus to help me get clearance.
Nancy, hi.
I keep finding codes around the castle.
I don't know what to tell you about that. Could be the kid, maybe? I love stuff like that when I was young. If he's cool, he's probably got the decoder around here somewhere.
The monster got past the gates.
Really?
Really?
So that gate salesman wasn't kidding. Well, that's a game changer. So if you could do me a favor and step up your efforts and get rid of the monster on the creek, that would be great. Okay, thanks. You are the greatest.
I understand you're having financial problems.
Look, I'm very rich.
I found an email from you that says otherwise.
I'm afraid that I don't know what you're talking about.
The email says that things are tough and that the castle's going to have to make changes soon or dramatic action will have to be taken.
Not the case.
So the castle is doing well financially?
All due respect, but I am not going to discuss my financials with you, Nancy.
So what exactly is your business?
It's simple. I take money, shuffle it around, and then bam, additional money.
That's not very specific.
You sound like my financial advisor.
Are you planning on selling the castle?
No.
I found an email that says otherwise.
Whatever you think you have found doesn't concern me.
What did you
Whatever.
mean about using the castle's history to bring customers in?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was in an email you wrote.
I doubt it. Now, unless you have some big news about the monster, I suggest that you get back to work.
I wanted to look up some background information about the employees here. Can you give me clearance with Castle Cast?
Sure thing. I'll do it right after we hang up.
What is Castle Cast?
Staffing people.
Why do you use them?
I don't have the time or interest to do the interviews here myself. They do it, and I spend their time doing anything but that.
You seem to be pretty hands-off.
Of course, I pay my dues, trust me. So now I do what I want. It's pretty sweet. Who taught you how to drive? But it's the stupidest dog on the earth. Because that is what it looks like. I tell you, Nancy, no one has manners these days.
Bye.
Call me when it's all finished.
All right. So he hangs up, and you'd think I wouldn't be able to get through Castle Cast immediately afterwards, but you can, so I'll do just that.
Thank you for calling Castle Cast, your one-stop staffing solution for castles, reenactments, historical modeling, and time period appropriate buskers. Ask us about our wizard discount. My name is Jordan. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. I'm following up about the castle.
Oh, yes. I spoke with your boss. Ask away.
What can you tell me about Anya Mittelmeier?
Oh, Anya. She was just the greatest. We all loved her so much. Please tell her that Jordan says hello and that getting the mail will never be the same without her.
Getting the mail?
Yeah, she delivered the mail. She did a really good job, too. And oh, we all just loved her.
So she wasn't a manager?
A manager? No. Sorry. Are we talking about the same Anya? Anya Mittelmeier?
Yes, that's the one.
No. There must be a mistake.
That's what it says on her resume.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, but it's not true. I'm really sorry.
Do you know anything about der Ungeheuerlichkeit Nachtfestival?
Well, isn't that quite the mouthful?
It is quite a mouthful.
It sounds delightful.
Can you tell me anything about Franz?
Is he one of ours?
Think so. He's head of security.
Then he's one of the best. We don't take security lightly.
Can you tell me a little bit about your publications?
Sure. We have many to choose from.
I'm curious about the email guide.
We had some problems with email signatures getting a little long a few years back, and that's no laughing matter. So we made a little guide.
Did it go to all employees?
Sure did. I got 2 copies myself. It's one of my favorites.
Do you think she'd be the type to lie on her resume?
Not the Anya I know.
Thanks for your help. If you're a staffing place, wouldn't you notice Anya lied on her resume?
What position is she in?
Castellan.
Sorry, that's management. She must have gotten the job internally. Probably from whoever is in charge at the castle.
Can you tell me a little more about Anya?
I can't tell you too much. It would be against policy.
Please, it's important.
All right, you just seem so darn nice I couldn't say no. Truth is, she was a sweetheart. Everyone liked her.
Did she ever do anything strange or dishonest?
Nope, she didn't. I'd have given her the full recommendation of this office. But it wouldn't have been enough.
Why not?
Castellan, that's a pretty great job. A lot of people would want it. Now, I don't approve of how she got that job, but she would not have gotten it any other way, I guess.
Do any of the other places you staff have monster problems?
Not that I know of.
Except what?
We've got one place that keeps having these large humanoid holes put into the wall. But we think that's just a group of kids.
Really? Do you have any evidence of that?
No, but these kids these days, am I right?
Can you tell me about your wizard discount?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's been discontinued. Thank you for asking.
Do you know anything about Castle Finster?
Sorry, Wait. Finster? Castle Finster?
Yes.
Is that where you're calling from now? Is that where Anya works?
Yes and yes.
Crazy. So are the stories about the monster true?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I can't believe that's where Anya ended up. Talk about lucky.
Why is she lucky?
Getting to go to exotic places and work in a castle? That's luck right there.
Well, maybe luck isn't the right word.
I've never gotten to travel, and believe you me, I would love to get on a jet and just end up halfway around the globe, but that's not how things go.
Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to travel?
Oh, yes. I'm a history buff, so there are lots of places I'd love to see. The pyramids, the Roman Forum, the Acropolis.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's more than fun. I think it's my duty to see the world. I mean, it's here. It seems like a waste just to stay here and never go celebrate Cinco de Mayo in Mexico or Canada Day in Canada. Maybe one day.
Do you ever send emails on behalf of Marcus?
Oh my, no. That would be strictly against company policy. Is that in the pamphlet? If it isn't, it should be.
What other pamphlets do you have?
We have. So you want to host an office party? Don't. That one's popular. We also have Let's Be Reasonable About Office Supplies. I helped write that one. And well, we have so many. Oh, and my new favorite is So You Decided to Pretend to Be Sick and then posted pictures of yourself having fun online while everyone else is working. It's firm, but fair.
Thanks. See you later.
Talk to you later.
All right, I need to talk to Anya about her resume. Before I do that, there is a postcard here
I
of
wonder if this could be the undamaged
painting.
version of the painting of the Freiherr's daughter. I should take a closer look at this postcard.
All right, so I have to buy it. Now I'll take a look at it.
I wonder if there's anything behind that sticker. It looks like there were letters in the corner of the original painting.
All right. I didn't mention earlier, but yeah, if you get all the buy all the goods here in the shop, you get an award. And well, it looks like they've got a few items here in reference to the monster legend. All right, now let me talk to Anya
Hi, Nancy.
about everything.
Can you tell me about those necklaces?
They're based on the original Freiherr's daughter's favorite necklace. She was wearing it when she went missing. Pretty spooky if you think about it.
Yep.
Yes.
Did you know that they say that the monster always looks for the girl wearing the necklace?
I imagine they're not too popular right now.
Indeed, they are not.
Nope.
Come to think of it, it would be a nice show of solidarity if we all wore the necklace. A way of saying, if you come for one of us, monster, you are dealing with all of us. That's been my sales pitch lately. It isn't working. Still, you've got nothing to worry about with these. The real necklace, that's another story.
It sounds like these monster stories are all pretty old.
Maybe that's why we're all so afraid of this thing, whatever it is. It's from that old world, just like this castle is. I don't think we have what it takes to make it in that world anymore.
Yeah, to me, that might be
That
true.
might be true.
I didn't always think so, but... Remember the last time we were somewhere when the power went out? There is that split second before you reach for the flashlight. And it feels like the bottom is dropping out of the room and you just want normal back. And for that second, there is this part of you who's so scared that it will never be back. That's what it's like when I hear the monster.
Can you tell me a little more about the festival?
It's the best. It's a shame that you're here this year. Normally it's so much bigger. It's this big get-together with lots of dancing and great food and great stories. Oh, and there is this fantastic cake. It's just amazing.
What is the festival a celebration of?
Well, the story goes that when the monster took his first victim, the whole castle got together and built a huge bonfire and took an oath to find and destroy the monster. They met each year to renew their pledge, and they burn a monster made of sticks in effigy. But as the years went by, it just became an excuse to get the whole castle together for a fun night. Well, that's the story most years.
Did you and Marcus date?
Yes, but that was a long time ago.
Were you two serious?
We were. Or at least we thought we were. You know how it is. But that's all in the past now. We chat every now and again for work, but that's about it.
So Marcus is okay with you working here?
He wasn't at first, but he asked around and found out I do a good job. We both decided to be mature about it.
Did you leave this costume out for me?
No. Someone must have left it out for you for the festival. It looks great on you. Huh.
What?
Oh, that dress. It just looks really familiar. I wonder where I've seen it before.
Someone
You
just
too,
trapped
huh?
me in the gates out front.
What? What do you mean?
I saw the monster, and suddenly I was trapped between the castle gates. Who knows how to operate them?
Everyone. There's really not much to them. But you saw the monster?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Should we warn everybody?
No, not
No.
yet.
I'm not even sure it was really a monster.
Ah.
Now I'll tell her I called Castle
Make it
Cast.
sure. We need proof before warning everybody. Keep working at it, Nancy. I'm sure you can do it.
I called Castlecast.
The employment place? Why would you do that?
I was curious about the monster sightings. I wanted to see if they knew anything more about it.
What would they know? You shouldn't be bothering them anyway. They must be very busy.
You mean you don't want me finding out you
that
lied?
You lied on your resume. Too late for that.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. You lied on your resume. I have proof. Why would you do that?
Okay, I did, okay? What was I supposed to do? I wanted this job more than anything.
You could have been honest.
I was honest. I was honest every day. I worked hard at my job every day. No one noticed how hard I worked. No one cared. I'm sorry. I didn't think it would hurt anyone. I love this job. I love this castle. I knew that this was the place for me. I just got a little carried away.
That still doesn't make it right.
I know, Nancy. I know it doesn't, but I knew that no one would ever give me a chance if they thought I was just some poor girl who never went to a fancy school.
I don't know.
You know, there are people who are born surrounded by opportunity and they squander it. I think that is worse than what I did. I wanted this job more than anything. It was the only way I could build a secure future for myself. Please, I'm begging you, please don't tell.
If I don't, you need to. I'll be checking.
Oh, thank you, Nancy. I will. As soon as I can, I promise.
I found this necklace. What do you make of it?
This is not like the necklaces
Oh,
I
look.
sell.
Cocoa Kringle bars. Yeah, you can purchase those too.
I'm not certain, but that might be the original necklace.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be carrying that thing around. That's what all those girls were wearing in... Well, you know.
Bye.
See you later.
Are you back to play more Monster?
Nah, not now.
Not now.
Okay, sure.
I got stuck between the castle gates. Did you have anything to do with that?
No. But I did lock you out when you first got here. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't that long ago.
Oh, yeah.
So, how did the prank go?
Pretty good. Not my best.
Are you worried about the monster?
Yeah. I think I saw it. I mean, I really did see it. But maybe not. Should I not believe in it? Do you know something about the monster?
I don't really believe in monsters. Usually it's just someone pretending.
You sound like my aunt. Always telling me that monsters aren't real.
Well, she's right.
But I can tell even she doesn't believe what she's saying.
Monsters aren't real.
If monsters aren't real, then why do castles exist? And suits of armor? And swords? It can't all be pretend if the rest of this stuff is here.
I guess you have a point there.
You do have a point there.
I do? You're not supposed to keep saying that monsters are real. You're supposed to say that they're not. That's how it goes. I'm never getting to sleep tonight.
What's up with all of the signs everywhere?
Oh, yeah, those are weird, right?
Who put them up?
Carl. He's always so worried about everything. They used to be funnier, but then they made him change them.
What were the old signs like?
Oh, they were great. It was like, warning, stairs, falling may occur. Or, avoid chucking hazard. Use the buddy system at dinner.
What happened to the signs?
Someone made him take them down.
You seem to know a lot about what happens in the castle.
Totally. Oh, do you want to hear a secret?
Sure.
Carl has a bunch of love letters in his desk.
Yeah, I found that one.
Really funny.
Thanks. See you later.
See you later.
Hey, what's she doing?
I wonder what she wants in the forest.
Yeah, why'd she go out in the forest? Of course, she's back here. That's odd, but...
Monster breached castle security. Monster
Currently in castle?
This is not a drill. This message will not repeat.
Alright, let me go back to the security booth and find out where it is. Oh, Anya's not here.
It's the monster.
Hey, it's down in the glass shop.
These
Hey,
footprints have a really odd shape. They seem to be heading back to the hall.
Well, let's go.
I should follow where those prints lead.
Wait a minute, that doesn't look like the monster I've seen before. Could that be
Whoa!
Lucas? I knew it.
It's you.
So that's why he had those stilts.
Nothing? Okay, you got me. But this is the first time I've done this, I swear.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. This isn't my first. What's that?
What's that?
What the heck?
Ah!
Oh my goodness.
What is that? See? It wasn't. See? It wasn't me. Also, you have to admit, my costume looked pretty. Oh, dang, just look at
Lucas,
us.
quiet.
Lucas, quiet.
I need to see which way he's going. I'm out of here.
I'm gonna tell Carl about this. Seeing the monster and telling what Lucas did. But I also want to tell
Nancy, what is going on?
I'd really like to help with your character.
Now you should choose hero or monster.
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 Thanks.
Why would Anya be going out into the woods?
What do you mean?
I saw her go into the forest. It looked like she really didn't want anyone following her.
She should not be doing that. She knows not to be doing that now.
I'm sure she had a reason.
It does not matter. I will have to talk with her.
Who are all those letters to?
What?
Sorry, I just sort of saw them.
No one.
Why write so many if you're not going to send them?
That is none of your business.
I have big news.
What?
I just caught Lucas dressed up as a monster.
I knew it. I knew it was him this whole time, and here I've been worried that some monster was coming back. Can you believe that? How silly had I been, a monster! As if such a thing could actually happen these days. I'm such a fool. Well, I guess it's time to have a party anyway, but instead of being about the monster showing up, it will be about sending that scoundrel to the strictest military school on the planet. By the time they're done with him, you know, I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. Is there anything worse than military school? I should ask the internet.
No, wait.
There must be. Could I send him to the circus? Is that still done? Oh, I could send him on a walkabout. I doubt his father would like that.
Wait, you need to let me finish. Yes, Lucas was dressed up as a monster, but after I caught him, I saw the actual monster.
You mean you saw Lucas as the monster? No, wait, I'm confused. What did you...
I saw the monster, or something. I don't know exactly what I saw, but it wasn't Lucas.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Oh, that is disappointing. No. I'm sure it was just your imagination. You've caught the real culprit. I'll call Marcus and let him know that you've got everything under control. Nice job, Nancy.
I'm positive I saw something. If I leave now, you'll still have the same problem on your hands.
I'm not sure I believe it. I had my suspicions that it was Lucas.
It's true. I'll prove it to you.
You can try, but as far as I'm concerned, you've caught our monster. You should be proud. I've spent many years trying to catch that little monster in the act, and he's always just way too fast for me.
Thanks. See you later.
All
right. Before I do that, I want to come back to him and ask him if I can help him more with his character.
Didn't we just have a conversation?
Yeah.
I'd like to help you with your character again.
Excellent. Now your creation needs a name. Should it be the Great Bear or Ursa Major?
The Great Bear.
The Great Bear.
Thanks.
I'll let you go.
I think because
Bye.
the next time I come to him, I can get the card with the character. Okay, now I have to figure out where the monster's been in order to get pictures of it. Now I need that.
Looks like Renata.
Yeah, this from Renata's book.
The monster was going to strike. I need to check those sites out.
Alright, I've been to all these sites except out by the tree in the woods, so I'm gonna go there. I love exploring the woods. All right.
This was the site on the map. I should wait and see if the monster appears.
All right. Another coded message.
I need to figure out what it says.
Oh, here's the monster. All right, wait till it passes and take another picture. That should be good enough. Well, that's enough then. But before I take this to Carl, something I want to do in here, or at least within the woods. Well, no. I meant to drop the flashlight. I want to go down the tunnels. If you drop the bucket down in the well enough, you'll get an award. All right. Oh, hey, is that
This must be the
scarf?
Renata mentioned.
Yep, with the elephants on it. I'm gonna take this back to her. All right, I haven't gone outside yet, but yeah, here's the door. Now that I've found it, now I can, when I want to go to it, I could. I think you can't access the door until you've actually gone out of it. You can't go into it when you're out in the woods. But now I want to go back to the castle. All right. So before I do that, I want to decode the final message that I found in the forest. Oh, no. All right, let's see. The words for mouse, dragon, and unicorn are Miles, Drosh, and Einhorn, so it has to be set M. With the rotors have to be set to M, D, and E. All right, W, M, N, S, M, K, N, V, O, H, Q, F, E, U, Y, P, T, W, J, F, D, V, X, R, I, C, K, H, Q, W, H, B, S, W, E, I, Z, N, Q, V, H, L, E. The young woman cast as the victim.
This is
Nancy.
about me, isn't it?
That's why whoever is at the monster actually laid that costume out for her, so she'd be the next potential victim. Let me talk to Lucas about what he did.
Thanks for not getting me in trouble. For that, I'm gonna help you track down that monster.
No, you don't need to do that.
I'm on it.
All right, let me talk to him again.
Your monster costume was actually pretty good.
Was? Thanks, Nancy. I spent a forever on it.
As a rule, I don't condone dressing up as a monster and scaring people, but it looked good nonetheless.
All I did was think of what would scare me if I saw it when I was alone at night. And then I tried to make it.
What made you dress up as the monster?
I don't know. It just made a lot of sense, and then I did it. Truth is, I'm sort of a monster expert.
A monster expert?
Yes. I've seen all of the monster movies, and I know all of the monster rules. Silver bullets, stakes, water, sunlight. You need to fight a monster. I'm your guy.
Any clue what I could use against the castle's real monster?
Oh, I guess I didn't think about that. He's probably invincible. I think I'm probably fine since I'm small, and he's probably pretty hungry.
Got any more advice on catching a monster?
Yeah, but it's a secret. The best way to catch a monster is to think like a monster. Do you know how to do that?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Right. It was a trick question. Monsters don't think. They just terrorize things.
How is that going to help me catch a monster?
Oh, well. I guess you should think of the smartest thing a monster could do and then do not that.
Isn't it a bit late for you to be up?
I've got a good thing going. Don't ruin it for me.
See you later.
See you later.
All right, I want to tell Anya about it too.
Hi, Nancy.
I just found Lucas dressed up as the monster.
What? Really? Oh, that kid is in for it now. How does costume look? See, I knew all this was nonsense. You know, I've got to give him credit. He had us all pretty worried. Oh, he is in so much trouble. I ask you, what is the appropriate punishment for something like this?
Wait, when I caught Lucas, the two of us saw the monster.
What do you mean? Are you sure?
Positive.
So this creature is wandering around now? And of course Carl is doing nothing about it, as per usual. How many times did he tell me he was sending out patrols? I've got it all under control. There is nothing to worry about. Blah! So incompetent.
Bye.
See you later.
All right, now I'll go give the scarf back to Renata, then show Carl the pictures. If you give her the scarf, you'll get an award for doing so.
Yes,
What's the real story with the monster?
I do not know enough to say for sure, but I do know it is tragic. There are two choices. One, the monster is real. He's a living mystery, some terrible abomination hiding in the woods, something that doesn't belong in this rational world. It could just as easily be something else, something worse.
Like what?
The worst monsters are self-made. There are people like you and like me, but they have taken a terrible turn. They let everything awful, everything sad take up all of the breathing room in their hearts until all they know is revenge.
But if it's just one person, why the pattern? Why always the same girls?
That I don't know. Every generation has its troubles, Nancy. When the troubles can't be contained, the monster comes out. One thing I do know, it's monsters, human or otherwise, can't stand hope. They can't stand being near a good heart. They try to destroy
Yeah, that's
anything
true.
honest and good. They can't bear to remember how they once were.
I found this scarf. Does it mean anything to you?
I thought this was gone forever. Where did you find it?
In the passages.
You have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you, Nancy.
That story you told me about the girls. That was you, wasn't it? You chased your sister into the woods. I couldn't save her.
You're half right.
How so?
I was the little girl. It was my older sister who chased
I had
me.
a strong hunch she was one of the girls.
Tried to protect me.
I'm sorry, but you do know that it wasn't your fault.
That is not what matters, I guess.
Is that why you're here?
Yes, I promised myself that it would never happen again. I came here every time there was talk of the monster. Back then I was ready to fight. Now, look at me so. I know there is not much I can do, but still I have to come.
That's why you're always here when there are rumors of a monster returning. Do you really think it was a monster that, you know?
I don't know. I don't know which is easier to live with.
I know you would have done the same for her. It's not up to you to keep everyone safe.
Maybe you're right. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to?
Yes, it would.
Nancy?
Yes?
Thank you for this. I don't know what help I can offer, Nancy, but whatever you need, I will help you.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye.
All right, now I'll tell Carl. Oh, looks like I won't get all 7 after all.
Do you mind if I ask you a question? This has been bothering me. Why are you here?
What do you mean?
Marcus explained why you were coming here, but it doesn't make sense why he'd send you to solve this problem. You're just a kid. It's not right that he should send you.
I'm not a kid, and I'm good at getting to the bottom of tough mysteries.
I've heard, but something about this seems wrong. Marcus or whoever recommended you be sent here, maybe they have not the best of intentions.
I don't know if that's true, but I do know that I'm going to figure out what's really going on here.
Is that what you think? I hope it is true.
Is my card ready?
Here you are.
All right, here it is.
Thanks. I have proof that Lucas wasn't the monster. Take a look at the picture I took with my phone. Do you believe me now?
This is not good at all. If that's the monster and he's real, then I'm afraid it's you he's coming after. If you can't solve this case soon, you need to leave here.
Yep, it is coming after Nancy.
See you later, Nancy.
Nancy, I think I can hear the monster outside.
I'm sure it's just your imagination.
No, something bad is going to happen now. I just know.
I'm sure everything is fine.
No, it isn't. Promise me you'll stay close, okay?
I promise.
Thanks, Nancy.
Bye.
See you later.
Ah. Oh, look, there's where the camera was
Come
looking
to
in.
my office quickly. Something terrible has happened.
All right.
Nancy, something terrible has happened. It's Lucas. He's missing.
Could it just be another one of Lucas's pranks?
I wish it was. It's not his style. He wants to be there to see what's happening. Anyway, he's just not capable of something like this. You've got to make sure he's okay, Nancy.
I thought you didn't like him.
This is not about liking, Nancy. Everyone in this castle is family.
See you later.
See you later, Nancy.
Oh, here's one other phone charm. There's one more. I'll try to get it.
Looks like Lucas was dragged off. We better find him before something bad happens.
It's Lucas. He's gone.
I'm sure it's nothing. He's probably off trying to play some trick on Carl.
No, I've searched everywhere. He would never just leave like that. He knows how dangerous it is to go outside the castle walls at night, especially now. You've got to help me find him, Nancy.
All right. Hey, that's one of the... That looks like a cow piece from his game.
It's one of the cow pieces from Lucas's monster game. He must have been brought through here.
All right, so I have to get into the dungeons. Lucas?
Lucas? Is everything okay?
The creature got me and locked me up in here.
I'll get you out. Hang
Don't
tight.
leave me in here.
Looks like I need to slide the bar across to unlock the door.
All right.
I'll have to avoid those pegs while it's moving.
So I'll have to press these buttons. First I'll press this down so there are no pegs in the way while it moves. So, okay, so that one's pressed. Now I have to press this one. If it touches the pegs, you have to restart. So now I push that button down to get those out of the way. Now this. All right, then push that one. All right, push it again, then push this quickly. And so that'll get him out, open his cell door.
Thanks, Nancy. I'm out of here.
Hurry!
Uh-oh, it's locked.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Lucas. I need you to go and get help. Get anybody, okay?
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. But as soon as Nancy turns the corner, whoop.
Oh. What's going on? Hello? Is anyone out there?
Hey, must have been pushed through the trap door.
I can't see anything.
All right. Luckily, there's a way out.
Must hide some sort of clue. That one's of the necklace.
Yes.
The legend pages. I
Yes,
put
the
some
legend
details.
pages will help. And as it said, the Freiherr's daughter is the first step. So with the step, she's wearing the necklace. So I have to push on the order of the images in that picture and the ones of the legend. And the next order of the clues are based on the numbers on these legend pages. So the one with the boulder is next because that's page 11. And then, let's see. Then with the well for page 17, then next is the trapdoor is last because that's page 25, and then the shield is the fourth clue. So I press necklace, boulder, well, shield, and trapdoor.
Damn it. Oh,
Oh,
what's
but
this?
now it's another puzzle. And
The legend pages have.
yes, the legend pages also have to do with solving this puzzle too.
Spell something.
Yep.
That must be the word I need to spell in the
Yes,
word.
it's entkommen, which is German for to escape. So I have to put the letters in, but when I put one in, it'll slide 2 spaces over.
Wow, it looks like the pieces slide
And
to the
let's
next
see.
spot when they're put in.
So right, so then I do with this. All right, and so it's spelling out the word entkommen from here, entkommen. So then I put the T in here, and now I can get out. All right. But before I make my escape, I do want to look quickly around in the passages for that last charm, phone charm. All right. All right. Well, before I do that, I can't get
I have
out.
to find another way out.
Can't get out that way. Oh, there it is. All right, now I've got all 7 charms, but now I need to get out of here. And unfortunately, I went past the only place I can get out. I can only get out through the dungeons. All the other exits are sealed off. I don't know how the monster could have done that,
bag wasn't there before.
but it did somehow.
These look like spare costume
Yes, Doom.
pieces. All of
Must
these
belong to the
supplies must belong
monster.
to the castle's monster. This email has tomorrow's date. It's a forgery. Looks like whoever this monster is trying to frame Marcus.
Yep. And I know just who it is. So I have to go out through that secret entrance in the dungeons. And you have to guess who it is. If you make the wrong guess, it's game over. Second
Stop.
chance.
I know it's you.
And it's Anya.
Anya.
Looks like I don't need this now. If you had any idea
So
how hot it was.
she still has lingering anger towards Marcus for breaking up with her.
Why are you doing this? This castle was
She's
never
trying to
yours.
ruin him.
It should have been. It would never have been Marcus's if it weren't for me. He can't have it without me.
I don't understand.
Neither did I. I pushed him every day to go out there to make a mark on the world. I made him. And one day he makes his first big deal, and the very next day he leaves me for some stupid young blonde who really gets him. Then he was gone.
This isn't exactly gonna bring him back.
Yeah, she doesn't want him back.
I want him ruined.
By scaring away his customers?
Oh, no. What if he told me to orchestrate the creature sightings as a publicity stunt?
Did he?
Did he?
No. But maybe I've got some emails and letters that say otherwise. And what if this publicity stunt led to a deadly accident? He'd be done. Over. Worse off than the day we met.
You won't get away with this.
Yes, I will. Do you still not see who you are in all this? You're the girl in the dress. And I'm the monster.
All right, it zooms in now on this space, which means I have to put the necklace here. So if I turn it clockwise, guess what happens? She falls through the trap door she was standing over.
Let me out! No! Nancy? It was all a misunderstanding.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Don't leave me here!
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm the girl in the dress, and you're the monster, remember?
Don't want to make an enemy of me. One day I will.
Well,
There's a waiting list.
I hope you're patient. Goodbye, Anya.
Auf Wiedersehen, Nancy. You do know what that means, don't you? It means until we meet again.
Yes, I know. Dear Hannah, the police soon arrived, and Anya traded one cell for another. She swore her revenge, which may be something I need to keep an eye out for. In 20 to 30 years, Marcus was shocked by Anya's lingering anger. Despite their past, he really felt he could trust her. Now that the castle's dark history has gotten a little too personal, he's decided to put Castle Finster up for sale. He thanked me for my help and promised me a special surprise in the future. When Carl
I wonder
discovered
what that
Castle
would be.
Finster's monster was at long last a hoax, he decided maybe he wasn't really cursed after all. Having his board game approved seemed to reinforce
Oh, that's
that
good.
idea, and he decided to use earnings from selling his game to leave his job at the castle. I have a feeling he may be planning a trip to Canada to meet a certain special someone. Renata went off on her travels the very next day. She seems to have no intention of ever returning to Castle Finster, and I think she's happy about that. She thanked me for all of the snacks and told me to always keep an eye out for her on the road. I hope to meet her again. Maybe I'll even hear the story of our time together in Castle Finster. Lucas and his family moved away from the castle. At first, he seemed sad to leave the castle behind, but after the package I just got, it looks like he's already back to his old self. He promises he won't be
Once a
kissing up
prankster,
at
always a
monster
prankster, I
anytime
think.
soon. Knowing Lucas, that probably means he's got something better planned.
Yep.
We'll just have to wait and see. Now that almost everyone has moved on, the castle is no longer the nightmarish place it once was.
That's
The
good.
new owners don't fixate on the castle's deadly myths, but instead embrace the entirety of the castle's rich history, the bad and the good. Although Castle Finster has seen its share of tragedy, it has also enjoyed many years of peace and happiness. Now the castle's residents no longer hide behind locked doors in fear of a mythical monster. From what I hear, der Ungeheuerlichkeit Nacht Festival has been cancelled and replaced with a Finster Festival, a celebration of all the wonderful and unique things that have happened within the walls of the castle. That sounds like more fun, and it's
Easier to say.
Last I heard, my luggage was in Moldova. Hopefully it will find its way back to River Heights before too long. As for me, I'm finally coming home. I can't wait to get back. Love, Nancy.
All right. What letter? I noticed an A. All right. 3 basic awards and then 1 for the phone charms. Yes, charmed, I'm sure. Now on to the teaser for the next game, Alibi and Ashes, and the credits.
I'm returning home to River Heights.
Oh,
to compete in the
so
Annual Cruise Challenge with Best
Case number
Georgia Men.
25 takes place in Nancy's hometown of River Heights.
Out of control, and River Heights' beloved Old Town Hall is burned to the ground. I find myself the prime suspect in a high-profile arson case. It's up to me to clear my name before I'm forever known as River Heights' public enemy number 1. Join me on my next adventure, Alibi in Ashes.
Okay, so that's it for my walkthrough of the Captive Curse. this certainly took a lot less than my walkthrough of Shadow at the Water's Edge, which went over 4 hours and 7 minutes, and this went over 3 hours for me, but it was nice to play something that does and take less time than that one in total. Funny thing is, though, even though we know who the monster is in present day, there's still no resolution or the issue over the past victims and the Freiherr's daughter over the monster story. Whatever happened to them? I mean, interestingly, some of these mysteries, like this one, there's still some things left unresolved. So I'm sure people have questions. Although, if I'm guessing correctly, I think the title of this game, The Captive Curse, refers to the curse of the monster with those girls. The girls he takes are the ones captive. So, yeah, it has to do with the monster legend, obviously. So, yeah, as I said, this is another one of my favorite games. The atmosphere, I guess, it's hard for me to explain why. I love exploring the forest, though. I love nature, so I love to do that task. Just like part of why I love Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake. And so next up coming is another favorite of mine, Alibi and Ashes. I can't wait to do that one. I love that it takes place in River Heights. Okay, so this is the end for my walkthrough of The Captive Curse. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this just as much as I enjoyed playing it. I'll see you in the next walkthrough video. Bye!